What's up, y'all? What's up, y'all?
What's up?
We are
Good
Livy.
morning.
We are
Or good
Livy
evening.
now. We are Livy. Good evening, kitty cats.
What's happening?
Good evening, present Bonifacio Di Mala. Instant giveaway.
Instant giveaway. Lima pa lang gani. We only have 5 viewers.
Natulad ta.
No, we gotta say thank you to Pakanawa,
Yes.
Bakunawa,
our major sponsor for today's episode. Major ultramagetic sponsor for today's episode.
Dragon-like sponsor.
So we have 7 viewers. Good evening, Scotch Heavenly Radio. Shout out to Heavenly Radio. Guys, please subscribe to Heavenly Radio. Click like for all the videos, subscribe and hit that notification button. Here's the link. Please subscribe. Present Ilya Elcam Rookie Mountain. Good evening. Good evening, cats. Happy birthday sa manghod ko nga si Tintin. Happy birthday, Tin.
Hello.
Shelemets, mga papi. Please subscribe to Heavenly Radio, guys. Heavenly Radio PH is one of our ultramagetic sponsors as well.
Heavenly like.
Yeah, Heavenly like sponsors, man. From Iloilo, broadcasting all local Ilonggo music and all Ilonggo artists from Western Visayas, Philippines.
From
Heavenly
Iloilo.
Radio. Iloilo, Western Visayas, Philippines. Iloilo, Western Visayas, Philippines. 5000
Uniform.
zip code. LCT. Oh.
Uniform na yan.
So, Bakunawa. Ano din? Si Bakunawa ta? Di ba? Hindi pa din sila? Si Bakunawa ta? Uy, naglantaw. Bakunawa, guys. Thank you so much, Bakunawa. So, just to inform you guys, maningatan karon nga giveaway. Balaan nyo naman, guro. Bakunawa.
Oh, show them.
We'll like to show you. Okay? Here's the giveaway shirts for today's episode. Bam!
Boom.
Wowee.
Pretty lit. Some
Tai-tai.
hippie shirts.
Ito nga guest sa backstage. Kalbala ka mo.
Yeah. She's waiting backstage.
Noise. Very noise. Okay, so Rex, Heavenly Scotch, Ilya Kim, J. Ho, Bracamonte, pasabor with day eh. Jed BD, nalista na ka mo din sa may ato yung giveaway. So, salamat ka mo. Ang YD, karon ka panghambal sa ngala nila din, di maglista di.
Bala.
Bala mo na. Lagsa lang di ba? Lagsa lang ito nagapag-giveaway. Bala mo da! Oy, kulabot! First 9 ni sureball na ni may shirt.
First na.
9 ka mo? Okay, may 9 gali oh. Hambal present being 9 bi kay ilista ka sumo. Pag iwaway ta dayon, subong dayon.
Sige, mag-ibaway tayo isa.
Oh,
Para...
Rex, Heavily Radio, Ilyakim, J-Ho, Jed BD. Sino pa? Siga nyo? Ilista ko di subong na. Subong dayon.
Elakim, Bracamonte.
Catch, Ilyakim, Bracamonte, Elia Brax, Copy, Paste, Rex, no? Rex, no?
Rex.
Okay. Rex, si best
Rex,
friend. Si
Catch,
best friends.
Ella.
Sino pa?
Si
J-Ho.
Bonifacio de Maala.
Bonifacio pa. Bonds di Maala. Si Bonds dun sa...
Ju Bracamonte.
Ju Salazar or Ju Bracamonte. Differentness siya.
Ambutay.
Ti Ju Bracamonte. Di butang ko eh.
May Elakim Bracamonte. Kag Ju Bracamonte.
Oo, sige lang.
Probably sisters.
Oo.
Si Jed. Si Jed. Tito Jed ni, di ba? Jed BD.
Jed BD. Basi sa pakas ni. Ba't lang?
Si pakas.
BD, oo. Pila ni kabilo? 3, 4 man na niyo? Why na?
Si
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. Scotch, Elia Brax, Rex, Bonds di Maala, Joe Bracamonte, Jed BD. Ipa-raffle din namon niya ka ng ano mo lang ni Bala ka mo ta. May sure. Mark Wise. Okay, Mark Wise. Mark Wise. Comment na ka mo daan. Isip lang ta. Hasta lang ta 8:10 ah. 8:10 and then we're going to have our first raffle. Kay Limaning Raffle ta karon no. First raffle promo. Ay na? Ay na? Anong kinapangampalan mo danga? Dali, sunod na ka mo. Dali, sunod na ka mo. Let's stop now. Wait lang, Mark. Mark, please wait. We'll have our first raffle promo first. Okay? Why na? 2 minutes. 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
Comment na bilian nyo. Comment ang may wagang spinning wheel ko din na tuman. Ario.
Nagkaroon lang ko wait.
Ari na ya. 2 minutes na lang Click the link lang na ka mag-comment. Basta ang linya. Then, Lex John. Why nagka-comment? Hindi ko rin isang why nagka-comment. Kaya
ay, nagka-comment. Ate, wala
John. Comment gani. Ari, Sheila Maytan. Okay, Sheila Maytan. Good evening. SIELLAMHAE Tan. Okay. Ano ni sa ninunoy Tan man? Mark Wise comment. Okay. We have 1, 2, pila ni? 9. 9 pa lang. Siga nyo. We have 1 minute para mag-raffle ta. Bahala ka mo. 1 minute na lang. Pag 10 ni marapol gigo dadayon niya bahala ka mo. Itong spin the wheel tang raffle pro. Lex John alista di si Lex John So 9 maswerte. May maswerte ni sa isa sa 9 ni ho. Wala ka mo.
1 minute. 1 minute.
Siga nyo. Hoy na? Di na nga ito niya spinning wheel na ito.
Tapos lang ko mo pang invite ha para gamay lang kita maka-intra.
Sino pa may nag-comment pa? Okay na?
Wala na.
Tapos raffle lang ka mo pang invite ha para may kita. Okay. Drum roll! 10 na! Drum roll! Okay! Transition! Okay! So, if you can see, Bonifacio? Oo, ano si Bonifacio? Okay, spinning wheel. First winner is... Oy, si ilistatan si Celine Iyon, no? Ay, kaluod. Oo, Celine, Celine, EULIN. Okay. Celine Iyon. Nakalista na si Celine Iyon. Ang tabi sa may sa may Celine Iyon. Okay, here we go. Click na. Ayun na Oh, nakasulat na si Jed BD. So, congrats first winner. Uy! Ay, kadivinas kay Celine, no? Ay, Diyos mio! Ay, Diyos na! Celine! Oh my God! You are the lucky winner! Celine! Ha? Last ba Wow, Celine! Wow, Celine! You are the lucky winner! Okay. So, mabalik to sa aton nga restream diyo Okay? So, nambalani ka mo. Ay ka mo kapamati. Oh, sino pa na nagpalistada? Para sa second raffle na lang na Si Celine, why ka na? Nagdaog ka na, Celine.
Kaksan na lang itong
Kabay ka na ya. Oh.
Si Kesa,
Wala, nagdulao.
Ilogan, Thelma Lyson.
Ay. Ano yung winner nga ni man? Dahil lang kita. Last, away na man si Celine. Okay. Sino pa na? Kesa Marie. Kesa Marie. May isa pa
si
gito
Sir
nila.
Red,
Si Sir Red! Sir Red, good evening! Ang aton nga dakilang Sir COVID survivor.
Si Marky Hearns,
Marky Hearns. Din si Marky Hearns. Sir Red.
Si Marky Hearns. Si
Sino pa?
Lynn Angelic.
Lang.
Si Eileen Soliva.
Marky Hearns. Lang Marky Hearns Makamuguro ka dali Marky, may gabi, Eileen, ano ni? Muni sa akin natawag nga nakarapol na kami una.
Excited, makapanghatag.
Ikaw mo galantaw, abi mo. Celine iyon, nalista na din si Celine, no? Why pa?
Celine, nalista. Wala na.
Nagdaog na ni Celine. Congratulations again, Celine. Congratulations. You are the lucky winner. The first raffle. Yung gabi kay Sir Red, kag kay Eileen, kag kay si Maylin Angelic Madrones paglio.
Oo, si
may nalista. Okay, tapos sino pa?
Thelma Lyson.
Di nang Thelma Lyson. Good evening. Good evening, Thelma. Good evening. Welcome to the stream.
Kag si Lynn Angelic Madrones.
Lynn Angelic. Ari na. Thelma Loxin. Good evening po. May mga good evening po pag hindi nga ako yung nadala ka lista.
Ilista, guro. Si Celine Yulin. Kaya hatag na mga ngalan sa winners sa local.
Ay, ugali, no? Sino ka ito? Si Celine, ano to? Tungalan niya to, man?
Nila.
Celine Yulin. Celine Yulin. Winner.
Dala lang ka mo ID siguro. Dala lang sila siguro ID.
ID no? Lang, ID nyo lang kag passport nyo. ID.
Birth certificate.
Or pag ito may Isra. Bako damo ni isang ni Isra nga niyaw.
Si Justin
Princess Lyrics. Wow, Princess Lyrics. Wow.
May daog natin. Matulog na lang ko.
Why pa? May 5 pa. We still have 5.
May 4 pa.
We still have 4 shirts to give away. So, chill. Chill ba? Why ka mo kabalo? Basi gulpiada lang kami na magambay. Okay, we'll have the raffle again!
Subong dayon
Subong dayon bla. Sino pa? Isa, Princess, Eileen, Sir Ivan Diocades. Ivan. Yes, Ivan. Welcome to the stream, Ivan. Thank you so much for joining us. Wow, joining us.
Bulon nyo lang ara ka mo sa Iloilo para makuha niyong bayo,
Oo, taga Iloilo lang ni kay babudlay ng Tagaladalat. Thank you po. Welcome po. Tagalog ni si Ivan. You are speaking in Filipino dialect, Ivan, From Iloilo. Oh, Ivan is also from Iloilo. Taga
amo na
Iloilo. Ka
iya
magaling.
naga-practice ang po kag opo amo na yung
Barutak
imbaya.
no Ibo. Oh, you are from Barutak no Ibo.
Baro. Ay,
Parehas,
ragay.
tam lang dua.
Si Manwa mo, sir.
Si Manwa ko yun. Iga puro putbol-putbol ka man.
Askal man na.
Askal man ni siguro. So, may-ari kitang 18 nga nakalista.
Melcom.
Melcom Bracamonte, present. Oh, mga late. Amo na yung mga late tabla mo nga. I hate lates. Pabuka na bro.
Volleyball asset. Te,
Volleyball,
amat-amato
sir.
na ang guest, basalod, or...
Okay,
65
and
na
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Maparapol, taliwat. Sa pa. Para tatlo na lang bilinta. Karon ba si Magnami, Soriana
Si
tabla?
Joe Boyd, oh.
Sino?
Si Bayot. Si
Joe
Bayot.
Boyd. Sino yung Joe Boyd nga ni man?
Si Bayot na.
Si Bayot na eh. Bayot, good evening. Kanami sa mga aton nga mga mga supporters ta.
Si Henry Pritchie pag ito.
Hindi, Henry Pritchie is exempted for the raffle because twice na niya nagdaog. Thank you good sir, Henry. Thank you so much for tuning in again sa amon nga programa. So, ang last kay Joe Boyd in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome to the spinning wheel, guys! Okay? Okay na? Okay na ha? Okay na ha? Tapagid eh! Ugid na. Kapay pa. Tagin ilo lang niya. Kay mabudlay magpa-ship sang Urkings Angler, Raffle. O sige, butang ta si Chris Angler. Kay balaan mo si Chris ang... Hindi Ipaano tayo sa kayo yato, sa pamilya yato Pwede tayo madala. Uy, kagago. Na-click ko na. Dali lang Sala pa na. Hindi pa na among winner. Kay wait pa di kadugang kay Chris Angler, no? Ilang. Way pa na. Sorry, Kesa. Si Kesa Tane. Kesa Tane, pero galing kay joke pa lang to. Okay, here we go. Pasensya agad. Kay may nagdugang kita. In 3, 2, sige lang Kisa, bala, kalma ka lang. May pasalubong ka sa akon. Kubala si mo Kisa, kalma ka lang da. Okay, in 3, 2, 1. Good luck. Kisa magyapon ba? Bakit swerte kay Bonso? Kaswerte kay Bonso? Ay kalain. Dumaog na naman. Si AirPods mo lang daog. Okay na? Si Bons Di Maala is our winner. Congrats, Bons Di Maala. Congrats. Atakanta ka din nga, Bons Di Maala.
May tatlo pa man
May tatlo pa.
May tatlo pa man
Bons man. Kailangan kalmahin nyo lang kay delete. Okay. So, muna na ang aton nga programa disbong. Tapos na. Hindi, joke lang. So, di na ba ko nawas slide
ka man. Nga mga tag mawawawi na lang taguro, no?
Mawawawi na lang taga na iguro. Do mo na lang gid niya. Kay do ko damo, do ko nain kung Uy! Thank you so much 515 viewers.
518.
517, 18. Thank you so much, viewers. We love you. Okay, kalma ka mo. Okay, may tatlo pa ka-giveaway. May tatlo pa. So, wala nyo naman yung topic, Tagrusubong?
Wala siguro kabalo na.
Wait, sila kabalo.
Explain siguro.
Sige, explain ba? Explain namin, AA.
Ang amon guest subong is actually pagkaisa ko nisa. She's my cousin and she's on on her way to trying to make it big in the Hollywood industry.
Mhm,
Gusto mo gatisting sa mga artista,
mhm.
and we're gonna talk about her journey kung
And her
ano
dream.
ginahimo iya and paano sa nakalabot sa kung diin sa subong.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
it's
Okay,
pretty
so
cool.
without further ado, bigyan bigyan ng 1K
Birios
Birihos
ang
ang
ligan.
ligad ha Kutsi Revelami Kutsi
Rebellion
Rebellion
me.
me. Ivan, relax lang. Relax lang. Anytime. 600 viewers. Wow. My God, thank you.
Thank you guys.
Ivan, chill ka lang. Kay may anytime magambal kami karon nga may parapol na yon dapat ara ka para hindi ka bla manobla. Dapat ara ka. Relax ka lang. Malay mo
Lesson
after
pa ka mo
2 seconds. Okay, maparapol ta. Way ka mo bla ka ba bla. Mga stay tuned lang. Okay?
Tani
So,
kita nga daog man na
dito na
t-shirt
ni
mo.
pagpadugayon.
Way na dalangalan tayo.
Diyan kita nga dawa.
Oo.
At kita mo nga pasalamat ani kay Bakunawa for sponsoring oh.
Yan. Thank you, gid
Hmm.
ba kunawa.
Padalaan ta maniguro ni Bakunawa. Anyway, guys, just to inform you, we will be having a collaboration with Bakunawa. So, upcoming ni namon sa nga project with Bakunawa. So, it will be a collaboration design between Bakunawa and the Toxic Show. We will be releasing our first
Ever.
ever shirt that
Mm.
talks si Bakunawa. Ay,
The
kukubala ko rin yung...
Toxic Dragon.
Yeah, the Toxic
Bakunawa.
Dragon. So, muna,
Mhm.
koreng ni Sanga daw dragon ng design. So, anyway, we will
Well,
be in English mode because our guest
guess.
for tonight does not understand local Ilonggo dialect. So,
But she got the Ilonggo blood though.
yeah, but she got the Ilonggo blood though.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yes, Kisa, karon ka lang live kay way kakabalo dugay-dugay may raffle naman de. Ha?
Mhm.
Okay? So without further ado, guys, please give a round of applause and welcome to our guest for tonight, which is entitled Danielle Merri, The Strive for Hollywood. Danielle or Daniele? Danielle?
Danielle.
Danielle
Danielle.
Merri, no? Merri.
Mhm.
Danielle Merri, The Strive for Hollywood. Wed. Bam! Thank you so
Hello.
much.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Clap your feet.
I feel like the
What?
worst Filipino ever.
Hello and welcome to the stream, Danielle. Should we call you Danielle or Mary or Sweet
I don't
Pea
know.
or what?
I mean, you could call me A. I am Sweet Pea to my family and friends, and if you're friends with AA, then we're basically family. So you can call me Sweet Pea. Danielle is my name. My singer actress persona is Miss Marie. So I don't know. You get to choose whatever you want to call me. I'm happy with.
Okay, so we'll call you Danielle for the sake of the episode title. Okay,
Alright,
Danielle. So,
alright.
what's your favorite color?
What is my favorite color?
Yes,
Purple.
purple. Wow. Do you have a purple lipstick right now?
It's actually blue.
Oh, blue. Okay,
Yeah,
blue.
purple was my last
Oh.
year's color, and now I kind of had to switch it up a little bit. So
Very nice. Very nice.
Nice.
Very nice.
Nice.
So you're currently in LA, Los Angeles,
no, I'm currently up in Humboldt County, which is in Northern California.
Northern California.
Yeah,
Humble.
yeah. I
Kinda
go
like
back and
hippie
forth
town.
every 2 weeks or
Sit
so.
down. Be humble. Sit down. You know that song, right? Okay, so just to let you know, I am a Filipino. I'm from the Philippines, and please bear with my English because I'm not a native English speaker. So I hope you could adjust. Ako, ikaw pa yung, siya pa yung naman. Sus.
I mean,
Oh, yeah. So
it's perfect. We
anyway,
understand you perfectly.
yeah, yeah. I hope you understand me perfectly. So so how long have you been in you were born in LA, right?
Yeah, I was born in LA. I grew up there up until I was around 18, just doing the dancing thing. I was doing a lot of like musicals and like stage theater and stuff like that. And then when I was 18, I moved up to Humboldt County as a nursing student originally, but then I ended up changing my major to child development and dance with minors in music and theater, and then just continued to do the performing arts stuff up here, and then also just fell in love with the environment up here as well, and just like the culture and the types of people and like the focus of what people choose to focus on, and then yeah, but at the same time, like a lot of my skills and stuff like are better appreciated down in LA. So I kind of just go back and forth because I love them both, long story short.
Wow. Wow.
Nice. I
Oh,
didn't know you
nice.
were a nursing student.
Yes,
That's pretty
I was
cool.
definitely doing that for my mom. You know what I mean?
Right. That's
Hmm.
pretty
I went
Filipino right there.
through yeah, I went through I yeah, totally. And then so I went through the first year of nursing, and it was just so much work for something that I wasn't passionate about. And so then I was just getting really drained, and I didn't have any energy to put towards my creative endeavors, which are like super, super important to me, or no energy anyways, because I was just too
Mhm.
exhausted from school. So I had to like switch it up a little bit and then learn to like, live life like for myself, not just for like my family.
That's right. That's right. That's true. That's what most Filipinos gotta understand or just do is just do them, you know? Like
Yeah.
a lot of a
Mm.
lot of a lot of Filipinos are nurses just because their family wants them to
Yes,
become
correct.
nurses.
Yeah,
Yeah.
correct. My
Just like
my.
what Jokoy said, he'd see like
Mhm.
Filipino nurses dancing in the hospitals. They want to be dancers, they want to be singers, but they're
Yes.
all nurses.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Totally. And I
Yes.
think it kind of comes with like the culture. Or, like, it's really cool. I'm so grateful. First off, I'm so grateful to be here. So thank you for having me. But I'm also really grateful because I've been trying to tap more into my Filipino roots, just because like I did grow up as like a Cali girl, and like up in Humboldt County, especially, there's not a lot of Filipinos up here, like at all. There's not a lot of Asian people here at all. So I'm like very disconnected from that side of myself, and so it's really nice to be able to like interact. Like, I feel like the worst Filipino ever, like during your intros, like I didn't know what you guys were saying, like at all. Like I didn't bad Filipino award. Bad Filipino award. Filipina.
Whose side are your Filipino blood? Your mother or your father?
Yeah, my mama.
Your mama. From
Yeah.
also from Iloilo?
Yes. Right?
Oh,
Yeah.
you're supposed to be a little you're supposed to have like an Ilongga blood. You know the song Basta Ilongga Guapa? You know that?
No, no.
It translates to Basta Ilongga Guapa. It's like as long as you're an Ilongga, you are beautiful.
Oh, hey.
You
That's
are, yeah.
cool.
Those are beautiful. Yeah. Well, I know you've
So,
been to Iloilo though before, right? I think you came home like was that like a year after I got to Iloilo or like 2 years after?
yeah, something
I'm
like
not
that.
sure. I can't remember.
I want to
Well,
go
was that
back.
the only time?
I feel like I was there one other time, but I can't. But it was, if I was, then it was like when I was really little. Me and my mom were making plans to like go like in this next upcoming year, but then COVID happened, so I don't know. I mean, you know how it is, AA. That's, you had your trip.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't
Yeah.
remember as well.
Yeah, I have my trip canceled too. It was pretty, pretty depressing. What?
Well, maybe when all this is over, we can be in the Philippines at the same time. How cool would that be?
Hmm.
Very cool. So we have like 640 plus viewers today. Thank you
6:45.
so much for
Yeah.
staying tuned with us. Good evening to brother Neil Marion Danila. Thank you so much, brother. Brother from another mother. Thank you so much. So you do remember when you went to Iloilo, right?
I remember little bits and
A little
pieces
bit.
of it.
So how'd you
Yeah.
find Iloilo?
How did I find Iloilo?
Through map or through what? No, no, I'm joking.
Um,
I mean,
passport?
yeah,
That was
that was
that was
Iloilo.
probably like 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
At that point, I was just
Excuse me.
going with the flow and following my mother. Like, that's really all I was doing. I remember I got super car sick on the plane ride. They were like serving these like chocolate and strawberry mousses or something, and then I just barfed. And I think that was my first experience in the Philippines, was just like throwing up.
Oh, oh, which plane was that? Which plane was that? Philippine Airlines or Air
Oh gosh,
Philippines?
no, I don't know. I wish I did.
Ah, they're
It was
serving
been so
chocolate mousse, huh?
long. That Filipino award, I don't know. Filipina award.
Oh.
Filipina award.
Well, I thought it was so hysterical when you were talking to Maddie, and then he was talking about dating a Filipino girl, and then Coots,
Mhm.
you were like, Filipino or Filipina?
We know that you and Matty are together, so yeah, I was just joking about the Filipino
No,
or
I know,
Filipina.
it was awesome. It was hysterical.
Hella funny.
so we're gonna be talking about all your different talents.
Start about Hollywood.
Hollywood. So yeah, first
What?
question would be, why did you decide to be on that the entertainment business?
The
Why?
entertainment. I think part of it just started off because like it was such a huge part of my childhood, and so naturally that's where like a lot of my skill set lie. I grew up on a competing competition dance team, so I was dancing like 40 hours a week, and like traveling to dance competitions and stuff like that with my sister and my family. And yeah, so I got the training in, I got the hours in early in life, dance wise. And then in high school, I joined my first musical, Guys and Dolls, which is a stage musical. And I just like fell in love. Like that was the first time I fell in love with singing, when I was a freshman in high school. And so just continued pursuing it, was like really bad at it for a long time, like didn't get any like but you know what, the heart was there, so I continued onward. And then yeah, I just eventually started getting back into it in college. Did a lot of shows live up here, like musical theater shows. Like I was in like Rent and Reefer Madness and The Wedding Singer and The Secret Garden and stuff. And then yeah, it just came to a point up here where I was just like, I feel like I'm ready to go down there now and do it. I kind of became like the bigger fish in the little pond up in
Mm-hmm.
Humboldt County. And so I was like, I just need a little more like push. I want to like see how far I can go. And
Oh.
so yeah, so last year, pre-COVID, I went back down to LA after being based in Humboldt for like 10 years, and then just started doing the thing.
Nice, very nice. So wait, let me just say, I know, I'm sorry. A, are
Yep.
you there?
I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm
Can
listening.
you leave the room first?
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah. So
Yeah.
she's in the middle. Wait, wait, wait,
Yep.
wait.
Would be better.
I was like, why are you? Leave right now, AA. No, I'm here.
So regarding that dancing, what's that, like a ballroom dancing or sports dancing, hip hop, folk
So
dance? What kind
that
of dance?
No, so it's like tap, jazz, ballet, hip hop, lyrical. It was like very we had to take like certain amount of hours of ballet just because ballet is like the foundation for all the other types of dances. So there was a lot of ballet in there for sure, which was like my least favorite. Well, but yeah, and then tap, lyrical, jazz, points, contemporary. So yeah,
Hmm,
yeah,
contemporary.
so you
contemporary.
just so like just last year is when you decided that all right, I'm gonna try to be an actress. I'm gonna try to get into the entertainment industry. It was just last year, huh?
Well, I mean, it's honestly, it's something that, like, has always been on my radar since I was younger, but it was actually, like, building up the confidence and the skills to be able to go down because I know there's, like, such hard competition down there, you know? And so when
Mm-hmm.
I was up in Humboldt, I got put in a really cool opportunity where I was able to, get involved in the cannabis industry, and so something that comes along with the cannabis industry is you work really, really hard for sure, but you're also not living that normal 9 to 5 schedule. And so
Mm-hmm.
that was something that was really new to me when I got into that world was that I was able to like just kind of delegate my own time and create my own schedule and fill it with things that I want to do. And so I told myself when I was in the cannabis industry that I was just going to use it as like a temporary jumping off point for a little while so that I can cultivate my skills until I feel like I'm ready to jump into that race. And yeah, then I just got to a point where I felt like I was ready. I'd just been training really hard. Like, I've been living by myself for a really long time, so that gave me the freedom to like practice singing as loud as I want and fucking up as much as I want. And yeah, continuing going to like dance classes and like rock climbing and Muay Thai and yoga and stuff like that, just to get
Mm,
physical
mm,
be ready and strong to be able to play the roles that I want to play and yeah, be able to succeed down there. So it's been a
wow.
lifelong thing. Long story short, but I just last year.
Okay, so we have our first question here from our viewers, all the way
Okay.
from Singapore. Okay, she's asking, Danielle, what keeps you going on in pursuing your dreams, and how did the current situation affected it? That was from our
Oh,
first questionnaire. Questionnaire.
Questionnaire.
First viewer who asked this question.
that
She doesn't want me to say her name, so yeah. Mm-hmm.
okay.
Go ahead.
Okay, so what 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 do I do to continue onwards? I
Mm-hmm.
think having like continuously taking breaks in all honesty from the performing arts world and having like my other things that don't have to do with performing actually keeps me going because it prevents me from burning out. I guess it's so easy to like to burn out because you have to be on all the time and you have to
Hmm.
like present yourself in this certain way and like the long hours and everything that like you know the expectations of you all that stuff is sometimes like a lot
Mm-hmm.
and yeah so being able to have like a lot of other fun hobbies is also something that keeps me going and it keeps me well rounded and like fresh and during the covid how this affected me it just I mean it affected me a lot, yes and no. Like it affected me a lot in the sense that like I'm no longer in Hollywood like just doing that rat race and like, you know, working long hours on set and stuff, but then
Mm-hmm.
I've also just continued to pursue my art in a different way. So like this has been a really like something that was difficult for me is like while I was down there like doing the film stuff, then I wasn't able to focus on my music at all because I just didn't have me alone time. I didn't have the
Mhm.
extra energy to focus on like creating music. And so now that COVID has happened, it's brought me back into like my past world of just being able to spend time by myself and like focus on singing and focus on writing and stuff like that. So I've just like kind of transformed that creative energy like temporarily to be
Mhm.
productive in other things. So like during COVID, like I've written a few songs that are like, the baseline right now of like the album that I'm working on. I produced the first music video of that album, which is like now on Spotify and like iTunes. It's like my first song on all
Wow.
of those platforms, which is like super fun and exciting. But
Mm.
yeah, so I've still been productive, just in a different way.
Wow, nice. Nice. Okay, so I hope that answers your question, contestant number one.
Good question. That's
So,
Contestant,
fun.
contestant
have
number
you
one
gone
actually
back
is. Hmm?
into the cannabis industry like during these COVID times? Have you ever
Yeah,
thought of like, hey, I'm gonna start growing weed again?
you
Or
allegedly maybe.
allegedly, maybe. That's what's up. That's what's up, though.
Okay,
It's pretty
so
cool because like
yeah.
me
Uh-huh.
and Danielle, we grew up like, well, when we were kids, we were like best friends because we're the same age,
Mm.
and
Same age, huh?
we got, yeah, we're the same age, so we were like buddies when we were kids, and I
But
came home to the Philippines.
yeah,
She grew up here.
yeah, I thought you were in the Philippines like you were 5 or 6, right? You went to the Philippines, AA.
Yeah, but before we moved to the Philippines, like me and Sweet Pea were buddies, we were like 2 3 year olds, 2 4 year olds just playing everywhere. And like we came home to the Philippines, I grew up there, she grew up
Mhm.
here, totally different lives, no contact ever. And I come back here and we're both stoners. Talk about that.
Both stoners. Wow, wow.
Both getting
Beer
high and
noise.
shit.
Beer noise.
That's family for you. It runs in the blood. It runs in the blood.
Now, okay, Danielle. So, do you believe that you're gonna be needing much more than talent to make it to Hollywood?
Oh yeah, fuck yeah. Like I feel like there's a lot of people in Hollywood, and I'm not saying this is like a bad thing, and I'm not saying it to be insulting, but there are a lot of people who don't have like, or let me rephrase that. I feel like I'm just as good, if not better, as like some of the people who have like already made it, like talent wise, but there's just like so much more that goes into it behind, but besides that, it's like the dedication, the work ethic, like getting used to being rejected over and over again. That's like a huge part of it, like the perseverance aspect of it, and then just like also the network, like just creating connections
Hmm.
with people and like
Hmm.
you know making friends with
Yes.
like people and like creating art together and stuff. So I think all of that, like I feel like talent is just like a smaller like portion of the pie chart. You know what I
Hmm.
mean?
Yes. Yes. I know what you mean.
Would you say it's like one of the smallest portion of the pie chart, and like network network probably be like at 50 70%, or
Or yeah.
Um,
or
as
is
I
it
go,
luck,
Oh,
network, and
and
talent?
yeah, network would be the connections, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
yes,
Hmm.
yes, yes. I think the connections are probably the most important
Hmm.
part. Like, a couple of like the biggest things that I've ever done so far haven't even had to do originally with me just going on set. It was just like, oh, my dance teacher's husband, who's a famous director, has a friend who's directing this film and he needs this kind of like role. Like, do you want to do it? You know what I mean? That's how it's kind of turned out for me. And like, yeah, I think it is a lot about just like making the right types of friends. Like, so I spent a year on set doing like a lot of background work, and then I started to do stand-in work shortly after. But I met some like amazing, amazing people like through that process, who are like super talented. But like, I didn't even know they were like super talented to begin with. You just make friends on set when you're like working that long, like those long hours, days at a
Hmm.
time together. And then like afterwards, they're like all the collaborations that's coming out of like these connections is like super super beautiful, and like I can just see us like all doing the thing together. Oh, get it.
Mm. Yeah. Nice, nice. Anyway, yeah, we have one question. We have one question here,
Okay.
but for AA.
Oh.
So
Oh,
AA,
what age am
what's
I?
the age? Yeah,
Oh,
someone's interested, huh? Someone's
I'm
interested.
31. I'm 31. I
He's
just turned
21, guys.
31.
He's 21.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think Renz here is interested with your age, AA. So, yeah. Next question. What is your dream role?
What is
And
my
Oh,
yeah,
nice.
and if given the chance to star a Hollywood film, who would you want to be your leading man?
That's kind of like a
Oh
love
my
story,
god,
huh?
that's so
Dream
funny.
role first. Dream role.
Okay, that's funny that you asked that. I actually have 4 dream roles. Can I say them all?
Yeah, sure.
Because like I've been saying this out loud over and over again to like manifest it, as well as like, write it down and everything, so it actually turns it into reality. So
Oh.
number one, I want to play like a badass like superhero that like slays all the bad guys, so that I can use like my rock climbing skills to like scale buildings, and then like like punch the shit out of the bad guys and stuff. So
Mm. Hit the
so
balls. Hit the balls, girl.
that's
Kicking the balls.
Yeah.
you know number two, I want to star in like a movie musical, just because I love, like, I've done so much work on stage doing the like stage musicals and stuff. I'd love to be able to incorporate that into the film. So there's a couple musicals that I have in mind that I would love to do, but I'd be open to doing anything like that, just because the acting style of like stage acting and film acting is so different. So I'd love to be able to like sing on film like
Oh.
that. So that's
Oh.
number two. Number three, what else do I have on there? I'm like, it's 5 o'clock in the morning. I can't think of my other two. Oh no, no, no! I remember. So I want to be like a reoccurring character in a TV show, but like something that's like more mystical or like robotic or something, like something more than human, like not just,
Cyborg.
yeah, like either a cyborg or like a witch or like something along
Cyborg
those.
witch. Cyborg witch.
Yeah,
A
yeah.
cyborg witch.
You still have two more.
No, one more.
Wait,
One
one
more.
more,
One
one
more. One
more,
more.
one more, one more.
And then my last one, I don't know. I think it would be cool to just film in something like dramatic, to be able to
Oh.
Oh, this is
like.
where the lead man comes in.
I guess so. I guess so. But well, when I think of dramatic though, I think of like kind of twisted. So like my last music video that I did is called Fake Face, and I did it with my friends Parker Jesse Chase and Donovan Cole, and they're like fucking amazing, and I just had to drop their names out there. But so it was like a really dark themed, because it's raising money for domestic abuse, or against
Mm.
domestic abuse, I should say. And so like it was really serious, and like I got to cry a lot, and they wanted me to channel my inner Joker, kind of like this twisted like reality kind of thing. And going through that process, I was like, I'd really like to play a dark, like almost like a Joker type of character, what I mean?
Oh.
That's like
Mm.
twisted and weird, and yeah, I don't know. So that's my fourth one. Oh, and a
Oh.
Disney princess.
And the leading man?
Oh, the leading man. Honestly, I feel like it would be more comfortable if it was like a really attractive, like gay person that wasn't interested in.
Gay person.
That's
Well,
true.
just
That
so
would be
that
more
I feel
comfortable for
like I feel
sure.
safe, so that I feel safe knowing that like they're. I don't know. It makes me feel more comfortable knowing that they're not interested in me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I
Probably
mean?
like like Barney from How I Met Your Mother. Like nobody would know that he's gay, right?
Exactly, exactly,
Yeah,
exactly. So I
yeah.
feel like that
Hmm.
that I like. I don't know, because like that's something too in the Hollywood world is just like everyone's hitting on everyone. It seems a little bit, and like when I'm over there, like I'm there to fucking work. Like when guys hit on me, like I get so annoyed because it takes me out of like the flow that I'm trying to stay at. You know, I'm like, this isn't the time. This
Mm-hmm.
isn't the place. Like, don't hit on me at work. And
But that's Hollywood. That's Hollywood, girl.
I guess
That's
so.
normal.
I
You know,
feel
when I was in Hollywood, that's normal. When it was my age.
no, totally. I could definitely see how that could be like super fun, but I guess I don't know. I'm really satisfied in my life right now with where I am. I'm just like not looking for that. And also like I'm really serious about wanting to like make it in that world, you know, and like getting hit on and like, you know, like cultivating those types of like the romantic flirty relationships. That's like
Mm-hmm.
energy taken away that could be like put towards my working.
Okay.
That's true.
What
That's
what's your
true.
what
That's
what's
true.
your favorite movie?
What's my favorite movie? Oh my god,
Yes.
that's a hard question.
Only
Um,
one.
only one?
Yeah,
Oh my
you have to
god.
choose between all your favorite movies. Only one.
Oh. You know, honestly, I really love the Titanic, but only up until like um Rose and Jack get like naughty in the car, or like you know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
talking about when they have the
Mm-hmm.
handprint,
The
like the
steamy, the
steam.
steamy, steamy,
Exactly. I
steamy
only like
scene.
that movie up
Yeah.
until that part because then afterwards that's when the boat starts to sink and then it gets like really depressing. But prior to
Yeah.
that, I love it. Usually when I
She
watch
only
it,
loves
I'll
the
just
good
like
parts.
after the sex scene, after the sex scene, I just like turn it off. I'm like, okay, it's over. It's a long
Alright.
movie, anyways.
Mm.
What's your
Okay.
favorite
Just
movie?
turns it off after the sex scene.
I'm just there.
Okay,
Tragic.
I'm done. I ain't trying to be sad today.
So,
Fun.
you mentioned that you'd also like to be in a musical role, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Uh, uh, would you like dream of being in Saigon, like like
Oh my
Lea
god.
Saigon.
Salonga?
Yes, yes, absolutely. That was I got to see that live with my mom growing up.
Wow,
We used
wow.
to I had it like on recording on VHS tape, and I would
Mm.
watch it and then put it in the rewinder, then watch it again. Yes, absolutely.
Mm.
It's so good.
Yeah, yeah.
So
What about
beautiful.
something darker like a Sweeney Todd?
Yeah, or like a vampire movie or werewolves or when you get to eat those uh
Well, you know,
Puppies.
yeah,
one time, one time
drink the blood, girl, drink the blood. Like
I
something
got
like
to
that.
eat a baby on stage, or a fake baby one time.
You what? You what?
I got to eat a fake baby on stage because
Oh.
there was so it was the show Brides of Dracula, and so I played the corpse bride. And so like basically the brides of Dracula like get really mad at Dracula, and then they want to like they try to overthrow his power. And so I'm the corpse bride. I was the wife that he buried underneath the castle for like 800 years or something. And then so the other vampires dug me up, and then I was like all like tattered. They put latex on my face so it looked like my lip was falling off. I had like colored contacts, and I was like super creepy. And so there was this like one scene where they pulled me out, and I'm like looking around, and it was the first time that I had seen daylight in like 800 years because I was alive. And so what they did was brought out they brought out this little baby, like a fake one, of course. And then it was like making all these like cooey sounds, like, you know, sounding all cute and stuff. And then they handed it over to me, and then I'm like looking at it all maternally. And then I just took a huge bite out of it. And then that was like the
Oh.
end of the first act.
Wow. What's the title of the movie?
or,
Dracula's
or it was called The Brides of Dracula.
Rights
It
of
was a
Ra-
stage production.
Oh,
Was
wow.
it a musical or it
No,
wasn't a musical?
it was
Music.
just a straight play. It was cool though.
Mm,
That was like the first time I was really pushed for that role. Like my director really had to work with me because it was so out of my comfort zone. Like prior to that, I was like always playing the kind of like the playful girl, you know what I mean? Like the
hmm.
innocent kind of girl. And so to go from that to like this dark character,
That
it was
eats
difficult.
babies.
Or also like being
A swung.
We call that aswang in the Philippines. In the Philippines, we call that,
really the
Yeah,
yeah,
for
aswang.
it.
a swung.
Aswang.
Where's the day? Here we go.
They eat
Latina.
babies.
They
Yeah,
eat babies
they eat
inside the
babies.
stomach of the pregnant
Pregnant
mom.
women.
Oh
Yeah,
my
I think they have
god.
like super long tongues, and they go underneath the bahay kubos. You
Yeah,
know those nipa
yeah.
huts.
The
And
nipa
then
huts, the bamboo huts.
while the pregnant ladies be sleeping,
Mhm.
their tongues
The
would
tongue
like
will
go
stretch out
into the middle, yeah,
in the
and then
pusod,
go
in
through the middle
the pusod,
of the floor. Because the floors of the nipa huts are like bamboo, like stuck together, so there are like spaces in between. So
Uh-huh.
the tongue, the aswang would like lie down right beneath the house, and its tongue would come out and go through the bamboo floor, and then into the woman's legs, and then into her,
Oh my
and eat the
god.
eat the baby that way.
What species? Is this like a snake?
Pretty creepy. The tongue's like a snake, yeah.
yeah, like a snake, but
So
it's not a snake with the fangs on it. It's like a normal
yeah,
tongue, but it stretches out and goes to
really
the,
long.
what do you call this pusod in English?
I
Goes
thought it
through.
goes through the backpack now, huh? Not
No,
through the
Okay,
backpack.
no, no.
okay.
Oh,
It goes to the
okay, okay.
pusod.
I thought it goes
Like, you know,
into the backpack,
Filipino.
like
No, it
inside
goes to
there.
the pusod,
And
and
I,
then it will be like sip out from the stomach, and then the aswang will fly away.
yeah,
Oh my god.
But
some deep,
because the
creepy
aswang in the
shit.
Philippines is like a shapeshifter.
Yeah, shapeshifter, right? Yeah,
Yes,
yeah. But they fly,
they fly, they can
and
crawl, they can jump, they can run fast.
but I think they're mostly women, right? I'm not sure what.
There's also guys.
There's also guys.
Yes, but
The
yeah,
the men
that's,
like to eat babies too.
yeah. The men like to eat
I
babies,
feel like the
and
men aswang would go through the backpack instead of the belly button for sure.
maybe it the mother itself also. Ah,
Eat the mother at the same time.
yeah,
How
the same
about that?
time. It all the family. Ah,
It's so crazy how there's so many like I remember my grandpa Wowo, right?
Mhm.
R.I.P.
Rest
He
in
when
peace.
he used to come over when we were younger, he always had these amazing stories to tell about just the mythical creatures in the
mm,
Philippines. And I think
yes.
like I don't know this I don't even want to say skeptical, and I know this is like an offensive term to some people, but it is the truth. But like the whitewashed version of me, you know, just like automatically thinks that it's like crazy or thought that it was crazy for the longest time. And then like you know what I mean? And then like it's just like no, it's just like really like a fucking like it's a different world out there.
Yeah. What you mean aswang? That ain't true. I grew
So
up on vampires.
so Scotch just said that the Capri is the original stoner of the Philippines. We have this Capri. It's like a big man. It's like Dr. Jekyll
Okay.
transformed. Yeah, and he's also with his pipe, with his smoking as well. So that's
Yeah,
what you
it's like
say.
he's like a giant
Stoner, giant
creep,
stoner, giant stoner.
right? He's like a
Yes.
creepy guy that just cat whistles women. Like
Yeah.
he'd be like usually he'd be like by a tree,
Yeah.
right?
Three.
And
Yeah.
then yeah, he'll start smoking and blowing
Smoking. Yeah.
smoke towards beautiful women.
Yeah.
I don't know what he does
He'll
though. He's
be.
probably just want to scare. He just scares
Yeah.
the women away.
Or maybe
No.
you just want to
Or
attack.
what does he do? What does a capre do?
I think the Capri is just following the women that the women that he likes, and then just like
Stalks him.
yeah, something like that. I don't know. I haven't seen the Capri yet, so naval
Yeah,
pusod. Okay, naval is pusod. Naval the thing that I said, the tongue of the aswang going to the naval. Yes.
to the
Yes,
belly
I
button.
yes.
think
Yeah.
of Aswang. It
Okay.
says,
Mhm.
okay. It says Aswang is an umbrella term for various shape-shifting evil spirits in Filipino folklore, such as vampires, ghouls, witches, viscera suckers, and were beasts. The Aswang is a subject of a wide variety of myths, stories, arts, and films, and is known throughout the Philippines. Okay,
Yes.
there
So
we
if you
go.
yeah, so if you'll
I
be
think
in
it
the
was even in the news a couple of months ago, right,
yeah,
Brooks?
yeah, it was in
Yeah,
the
people
news like a
think they
couple of
see
months
some aswang.
from
Yeah.
Lapus I think Lapus Norte. It's a part of Iloilo
Yeah,
where they saw this aswang on top of the house and they were chasing that aswang. It was on the
I
news.
yeah, I wouldn't be so. I
That's
mean, I'm
funny.
all into this stuff. First off, because I love it, but like also because I mean that's a different world, and there's so much of that forest and the jungle and the nature out there that just hasn't really been explored or been discovered. And like
Lapos.
you think about what's underneath the ocean, for example, like octopuses are like a fucking trip, you know? Like there's
They
so
are.
many
Yeah.
animals out there. You just have no idea what the fuck is going on. So it's not that weird of a concept. I mean, you think about what humans do to other humans, like a creature that crawls up a vagina and like tries to eat a baby
Yeah.
human, it's not far fetched, really, in my opinion.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah. It could be possible. Like nothing is impossible, and we don't know everything yet. That's the thing.
Lapos.
So
It's from Lapos.
La pause.
Okay, that actually this actually was
Res-
for
Reserved for
our
next week.
Halloween, yeah, for a Halloween special, but will not dive deep into these horror films.
sorry,
Okay.
I get super into it. I was like, "Tell me more. Tell me all
Yeah.
the story."
Tell me more.
Okay, well, we'll change the title to horror films. Anyway, going back to
Okay.
Hollywood stuff.
Yeah.
Is there any like inequalities between men and women trying to
Catch apart.
catch apart for the film, like for auditions or from the producer side? Would there be like inequalities
Yeah.
between men and women?
I'm really glad you bring this up because I do think it's something important to talk about for like younger people or anyone, like for anyone, no matter what your age, you know, when you're jumping into this industry, that there are people out there who, you know, try to dangle a carrot in front of you to try to get you to do what you want. And I think it's really important just to be aware of that. And I think things are getting a lot better now since more like celebrities and stuff are being open about their personal experiences. But I know for me, I definitely experienced it. Like before I got an agent, I was kind of just not knowing what to do. I was just going on like backstage.com, which is like a
Mm-hmm.
public site for, or I mean, you pay a fee to be a part of it, but then people post audition stuff and everything, and it's
Mm-hmm.
just a little less legit than like working through like an actual agency. But yeah,
Mhm.
there were a few experiences. One that comes to mind is I was auditioning for this show that's on Amazon. It's on Amazon Prime. Like
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember what it's called. It's about ghost hunting. And then they go to like different like haunted places, and then they try to like they unveil the story of that place, its history,
Mm.
as well as talk about the ghosts, like all the stories
Yeah,
that come along with it.
I
And
think I
like
saw that
so
one.
they were turning this show. They're trying to get they were trying to get like a female host involved, and so there was like a bunch of us, and they made it into a series so that like like every week someone was deducted, and then at the end like that person is the final host. And like just going through that experience, I just felt like the producers just started getting kind of like weirder. And this is something like, you can find the show on Amazon Prime. I really wish I could remember the name of it because I'd love to put them on blast. But like there were experiences where they made me feel uncomfortable, and like they weren't like respecting me as like a woman or as a person. Like they were just like trying to like ask me questions about like sex and like blowjobs and like weird stuff like that.
Oh,
And so that was just, like really annoying. And then especially since we were going to different locations like every day, like where you're like there's no one else around really except you and like their crew and stuff. So I ended up backing out of the competition just like because I was starting to feel like really uncomfortable and
mm.
disrespected. But then on the other too, like there are women out there, or there are people out there, I'm not just going to say women, there are people out there, in this case there were women, who are feeding into it, and then they're using their sexuality to try to get what they want. And
Oh.
so it's this like it's a game that like some people choose to play, but for me personally that wasn't like my thing. Like I feel that like I want to, if I'm going to make it to the top, then I want to be able to do it like on my own, like with integrity at the end of
Yes.
it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I think, and I mean, I'm sure in every industry there is something, there are those types of like power dynamics that come along, like I remember my mom telling me stories when she was like working in the hotel business about like, people who had like disrespected her and tried to use their power
Mm.
over her,
Mm-hmm.
stuff like that. So, it's important to keep in mind when you're navigating through any industry, really. But I think the Hollywood is definitely getting a little bit of a blast from that. And then there are certain things like it's really sad, like as you like go through you go through the hustle, and then you start seeing this like regular people on set just a little bit more. Like there's this one girl that comes to mind. She was like 16 or something like that, and she moved here from Australia when she was like 14 or 15 to do the Hollywood thing. And so she was like really young in the country by herself, like trying to make it in like what she wants to do. And then it was just interesting watching, like seeing her more and more on set as like the year progressed, and noticing that like every time she came on set she was wearing like really short skirts and like the thigh high socks, and like just like conveying that message through what she's wearing. You know what I
Mhm.
mean?
Mhm.
And so I don't know. It was like for me, it was like really sad to see that, I guess, because I was just like, oh, like she was so wholesome and she had like so much light coming out of her. And then like every time I saw her, it was just getting a little more like decline a little
Kind of
bit.
like how Miley Cyrus was, huh? She started all innocent and like a
Yeah.
baby.
Mm-hmm.
Then she
Mm-hmm.
went from that to twerking on stage
Mm-hmm.
with really short shorts and everything. So,
Yeah, but then on the other hand, there's something to be said. Like, I don't know Miley Cyrus personally, but like for me, like through my artistic endeavors, I went through a phase where I was expressing myself like more sexually than I do now. And it was like kind of part of my process. Like I had some shit that I needed to process, like, like where my
mhm.
personal boundaries in the past had been like, taken over a little bit. And so like my way of feeling empowered and like getting through that, like the trauma essentially, was to be expressing myself, like to like claim ownership of my body almost, like this is my body, I'm gonna pose sexy, I'm gonna dance sexy, I'm gonna like sing dirty lyrics because it makes me feel like my sexuality is mine again. And so there's something about that. I don't know what Miley went through or what her intentions were necessarily, but I can also resonate with, it's such a fine line, you know what I mean? Because like sex can either be, your sexuality can either be empowering, or it can be like, if it's used as a tool, then it's like really cheap.
Yeah, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Wait,
So,
somebody
so
has a
we
question.
yeah, we have like a question here from MN Armada. Do you think Hollywood is sick like personality? I know you
Personally,
just personally,
hmm
like
Yeah.
personally, I know you just described how it is, but do you think the only way to make it is
is
to
to
have
have
thicker skin?
thicker skin.
Wait, can you broke out a little bit? Could you repeat the last part of the question?
Do you think Hollywood is sick? Like personally, I know just I know you just described how it is, but do you think the only way to make it is to have thicker skin?
Um, I think in some ways it's sick and all, and like okay, so talking about the producer's couch thing that we were just doing, I'm not saying that's like every situation, because I
Mm-hmm.
would say that like majority of the experiences that I've had have been positive, especially after getting an agent and everything being like super super legit and like on paperwork. Like if there is any sort of anything, then like they'll get you. Like one of my first gigs, I think it was like with CBS Studios or something like that. One of the tech guys was like hitting on me a lot, and like he like grabbed my waist at one point, and it was this thing. And then I talked to the personal assist, or the direct, or the assistant director. That's who it was. I talked to the assistant director, and they were so cool about it, and like they fired him like on the spot. They called me up afterwards to make sure that I was like comfortable and I felt safe. They wrote out a whole report. Like they were super apologetic. So I don't want to paint like a bad picture. I just want to show that like, hey, that side is out there. Like, so just be careful. But I think that you do have to have a thick skin in that world, just because like for me more than anything, because you get rejected a lot and it's so easy to like want to give up and just get discouraged and stuff, but really a lot of it, of the game too, is just being able to stick it out and stay around until like the right opportunity comes along. And in
Mm-hmm.
some ways, I do think that Hollywood is sick. Just like the long hours. I don't know if that's necessary. Like that was something really difficult for me. Like I said, when I was involved in the cannabis industry, I was creating my own schedule. I was able to hang out in nature when I needed to. I could get enough sleep, all of those things. Like Hollywood, it's just like bam 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 bam, and to keep up, it's like you really have to be in there all of the time, working those 19-hour days, continuously auditioning, making those like those steps to get where you want to go. And so I think that's not necessarily the healthiest mindset, because like for me personally, I was like really burned out. You could see it in my face. I was like breaking out a lot because of like the pollution and like all the makeup that they put on your face and like stuff like that. So in that way, I feel like it's not the healthiest of environments. But at the same time, I don't know, it gives me life. But being able to just have like, I don't know, it's all about balance. It's all about balance.
Okay.
Well, I feel like all industries are the same. Like the only difference is Hollywood has like the whole world looking at it, but all the industries are the same. Like it doesn't, like you really, to live in this world, you really have to have thick skin, like it takes
Yeah,
a lot to survive in this world. You can't just sit down and
Be humble.
wait for I mean, you just can't sit down and wait for the apple to drop from the tree, you have to go up and get it. And if you fall down, you get rejected and you cry and you be a wuss about it, like it's not gonna get you anywhere.
yeah,
It's the same. It's not just Hollywood. I feel like just getting a
Any
job,
industry,
trying to
yeah.
get a job and trying to survive in any industry. Like Kutz he's in the tech industry. It takes, if you're a programmer or you're a software engineer, it's really hard to get a job. There's so much competition out there. There's so much smart people out there. What
Yes.
It's
Yes.
everything. It's the whole world. We live in a really really hard world to survive
Yes.
in. So
Yeah.
for sure.
And
still,
So
it's still survival of the fittest for sure.
yeah, the strong
yeah,
shall live and the weak hopefully
So
prospers.
hopefully prosper.
That would be great on a shirt A, right? The strong shall
Right,
live and the
right.
weak hopefully
Hopefully
prospers.
prospers. Well, next time.
Now going back to Danielle. You think that it's like costly to be an actor or a musician?
a magician.
Musician.
Oh,
M-
musician. I thought you said magician.
musician. Musician.
Is it costly? Yeah, kind of, in all honesty. I mean, my last music video, I, like, dropped down, like, $3,000. So it's just, like, for one music video, like, but that's including, like, getting the mastering done for, like, the sound and, like,
Mastering.
high quality people working, and, high quality product as well. But yeah, just for, like, that one music video, and I'm an independent artist, when it comes to my music stuff, and, I know like Cardi B and like Ariana Grande and Beyonce and stuff, like their music videos, each of them, like now that I'm going through the process, I'm like, damn, like they're putting down bank to get those those projects finished, and so that's been giving me a little bit more perspective of everything about how you kind of do need to like make money, just like in anything else, in any other industry. It's like you have to make money in order to like, or you have to have money in order to make money.
Make
Like,
money. Yeah.
like being able to create music and being able to like work on my art, like I understand that's a privilege. Not everyone has that privilege because a lot of them are like, just hustling just to get by, to be able to feed their children, to be able to
Yeah.
like pay for
Yeah.
rent and stuff. And luckily for me, like I have really supportive people in my life who are like, who have faith in like what I'm doing and know that like if I'm able to just focus that I will be able to make it. And so they've been like super chill. Like the last year, like being down in LA, I was living at my parents' house, for the entire year and like super broke for a lot of that time. But they were super chill about it because they wanted me to be able to like focus on like my art and my skills to be able to like get to the next step. And then looking back on like all the money that my parents put down for all of my dancing and singing training and stuff like that, like earlier in my life, like my mom was like working the front desk just so that she can like exchange hours so that me and my little sister could be on the competition team because it was like super super expensive. And so yes, is what I'm trying to say is I think
Yes.
a
Yes.
lot of
Now to follow up with that one, you know that fans don't mean money, right? So and the majority of artists can't make a living from their craft.
yeah.
So what's your point of view regarding this? Because
Money.
a lot are saying that artists cannot make that much with their
Mm.
craft. Do you agree with that?
I think it takes a really long time to get to the point where you are making money off of your craft. I don't think it's impossible because I am making money off of my craft and like I'm making more off of it now than I was like last year. Like when I did my taxes, like all of my tax money was like from acting work, all of it. And that was like a really good feeling for me. It was just like, oh, I did my taxes and it was all money doing like what I love. And like that's never
Mm.
happened to me before. So I was like really excited about that. And like now I look at where I am now in comparison to where I was last year. It's just you just got to keep hustling. You can't give up. You got to keep going through the damn thing, and you just have to be like creative and smart. Like for me, I just have all of my side hustles as well to help fuel like my bigger hustle that I have in mind. And then over time you just kind of start to change the ratio as to how much time you're spending on your side hustles and like the bigger thing, you know.
Mm. Okay. Okay. Now, so you're in the entertainment business. So is was that a problem with Matty, or in a relationship? Did that
Well,
affect you, or
no,
Matty?
not really. Let me see. I think there are certain points. It's interesting because me and Maddie already come from very different backgrounds when it comes to like what we believe relationships should be. And so
Hmm.
I think there are things like in our like contrasting mindsets that kind of like can have the potential to create tension, I guess. But it honestly doesn't really have anything to do with the entertainment industry because he also knows that like when I'm at work, I'm like focused. He knows my work ethic and he knows what I want to accomplish and stuff like that. So he doesn't really get upset with that. I think the long hours kind of like got to him. Like right now, for example, I'm a certified streamer on this app called Live It, and it's like this
Mm.
app that like it's based in Asia. It's just like started to come over to America, but it's most of the streamers are performers, singers,
Mm.
dancers, piano players, like digital artists and stuff like that. And so I'm contracted with them and then have to like work X amount of hours a week. And this is like from home, and so I think sometimes he feels a little neglected because I'm doing that and I'm like super on when I'm like on my phone and stuff, and then I'm exhausted afterwards, and like so he doesn't get as much of my energy. But he's been super awesome and supportive for sure. Yeah.
Mm.
Nice.
Nice, nice. So how do you detach yourself from any portraits you're doing? Like a character, if you're doing like a certain character you portray, were you able to like detach yourself from that certain character after each role play?
That's a really good question.
Of course, I know good questions.
You do this for a living or something, man. Yeah, I think sometimes I've definitely gotten sucked into a character before, for sure. It's very easy to do that. Let's see, like I was in Rent, which is a movie musical about a girl who was like a heroin addicted stripper. Really good, like really wholesome heart, but then she was just going like that was her journey. That's where she was at. And I think like I definitely I don't know. It's interesting because it's so hard to explain. You like tap into different mindsets. Like when you're constantly practicing seeing the world through the eyes of another person, then it's like hard to bounce back into your own reality sometimes. Like I noticed that when I was in this show called Reefer Madness, I played this character called Sally, who was like kind of like this Marilyn Monroe type of character that like smoked a lot of weed and like lured dudes into the coven of like the reefer den or whatever. And like at that point, I was definitely smoking like the most weed that I've ever smoked in my entire life because
Whoa,
like
whoa,
my
whoa,
character was doing that. But I think like it's just important. Like I was saying, it's all about balance. You just have to make sure you have your other foot in your own reality too. Meditation helps a lot with that, just being able to clear that other type of energy and like come back to your own.
it's pretty cool. Wait, what happened?
I don't know.
Is he
I
gone?
know that he was
But
gone.
what is the Reefer Madness about? Was it trying to like was it like a negative was it like negative about because you know how those Reefer Madness commercials are where they're just trash talking or shit talking weed.
Yeah. It's
Was
um
it
it's
like the same was it like the same plot?
it's like making fun of like because I guess there was a film, the Reefer Madness film, and it was like a propaganda film that they were
Yeah, it was a
using.
propaganda film. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then they made a musical out of it, making fun of it. So like my character, for
What?
yeah, it's hysterical. It was so good. One of my favorite
What?
one of my favorite musical experiences. Welcome back, kids. Welcome back to the
Yeah,
show.
I was actually never gone.
Oh, really?
I was listening.
Uh-huh. But yeah, so like for example, my character got eaten by a dude who had the munchies. So like they're just like really making fun of how dumb or like how dumb some of those like accusations against marijuana are.
Yeah.
Mm. Yeah.
Okay, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I thought it was like kind of like a reenactment of Reefer Madness. Like y'all better not smoke weed.
No, it was the
It's
opposite. It
stupid.
was
Makes you
just
do
super
bad
funny
shit.
and just like poking fun. It was hysterical. And I was in it during like when cannabis was getting legalized. So all of us were kind of going through this trek together. We were going to rehearsals every night. We ended up performing like 3 times a week for 5 weekends. And it was just when Bernie Sanders was running for president. There was just like all this extra hype in the air. It was like really
Hmm.
exciting.
So this was like 4 years ago then, huh? Wait,
Yeah,
yeah, about
it
4 years
was
ago.
around the last election.
God
Okay,
damn,
okay. So,
time pretty fast.
do you get like any racism because you like look not that much of an American? I mean, if you were like to look like an Asian, do you get like any any racism from producers?
Um,
Do
no,
they?
not really. I think more than anything, maybe, and I didn't realize it. Now looking back on certain situations, I was like, I wonder if that was because of my race, but I can't
Mm,
really
mm,
say
mm-hmm.
for sure. Um, but I don't know. I've experienced it. I mean, I'm sure you guys have as well. I've experienced it like in real life a little bit, just like subtly, not like violent racism, but just like certain
Mhm.
things, like the way people like talk to me or like, like, I don't know, disregard me during certain conversations and stuff like that. I've experienced it. But nothing as bad as like other people have experienced. I think overall, it's probably pretty mellow.
So how do you cope up with these rejections? Like if you didn't make it to auditions, like all the rejections that you had, how do you cope up
Um,
with this one?
Well, if it's something that I was just kind of like, going for, then like, and I didn't really care about it, then usually I'm able to like brush it off of my shoulders really well. But if it's for something that I really wanted, I'll usually be sad for a while, in all honesty. I'll like cry if it would like I've definitely sometimes when things are so fucking much to you. I cry a lot for sure for not getting hard, not gonna lie, because it's like it's something when you put your whole heart into it and then it just like doesn't come out the way that you want it to, and you're like, fuck. But I let myself have that time of grieving to like to feel sad, because it's also like that's the thing. It's okay to feel sad too. It's
Mhm.
okay to have emotions. It's okay to put your heart into something and to be disappointed. Like that shit happens in like any aspect of our lives, right? And so I let
Mhm.
myself have that moment to just like cry as much as I want. And then usually from there, I'll put on my mascara, I'll put on my lipstick, because if you have mascara on your eyes, you can't cry as often, right? Because then otherwise it'll be all over your fucking face. So that's kind of like a little trick that I've learned, is like when I'm sad, I put mascara on so that I'll stop crying. And then I'll like
Mm.
probably
You force yourself to be happy. I can't cry my room and wake up. You cry through this. Start putting on makeup.
and then and then I'll like meditate, focus in on my thoughts, like reassess my goals, and like probably get a good workout in, because that always helps as well. And then just keep reminding myself that like just to keep moving forward, that like that just wasn't the right fit, and it's okay if it's not the right fit. Like there's something else out there that's going to be the right fit. I just have to be patient and continue having faith in myself.
True,
Nice.
that's true.
Okay,
That's
I'll
true.
I'll um I'll cut you out first, guys. You know what time is it? It's time
Oh, we
for the
gotta do another
raffle.
raffle. Gotta give away some shirts.
Gonna give away some
Give away some
shirts.
shirts.
Okay, we have 21. Yeah, we have 21. So wait, I'll put it in. Yeah, roletas in the roletas. Okay.
Wait, I think there's another one. Put in
Who?
Jan Mejorada
Oh, John Mihorada. Yeah. M
and
and
Cyril.
Armada is also here. So
No, you can't put
John
Michael. He's not in Iloilo.
Mihorada. Ah, Michael. Oh, this is Michael Armada, huh, brother?
Yeah.
Huh?
You
You're
got
here, brother, huh? I
you gotta
believe
put
that we're
in
gonna be
Neil
doing a
Marion
show, huh?
Danila.
Michael, huh? Brother, huh? Salute, Brad. LS.
Put in Neil too and Cyril Loretizo.
Yep. Neil Dinella, right?
Yeah.
And Cyril.
Yeah,
Cyril.
Cyril too.
Cyril what? Just Cyril. We know
Doretizo.
who Cyril is.
Cyril Nong Nong
So
ah.
so Michael Armada will not be here, right?
No,
Oh,
he's in Canada. He can't come pick up the shirts.
okay. Salte pasensya agad. Okay, so we have Scotch, Ella Brax, Rex, Hirao, Ju Bracamonte, Jed, BD, Mark Wise, Lex Jun,
Mm-hmm.
Sheila May Tan, Kesa Marie, Marky Hearns, Sir Red, Eileen, Lean, Angelic Madrones, Thelma, Loxine, Princess Lyrics, Princess Lyrics, Ivan Ducades, Melcom Bracamonte, Ju Boyd, Jose Maria Jaime Evidente, brother, John Mihurada, Neil Dinella, and Cyril.
Yeah,
That's
I
it?
think that's it.
Okay.
That's it.
Padala lang
O,
ko
ikaw,
si...
sige,
Okay.
butang si Michael ah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
We'll put Michael Armada.
Bangsa.
Sa. Ang sa. Cool. Cool. Okay. So, we'll display the spinning wheel.
We're
It covers both of you actually. You will not be heard. All of us actually. There will not be our videos will not be shown. So okay, good luck to you guys. In 3, 2, 1. Congratulations! Congratulations, Michael Armada! Woo! Woohoo! Michael Armada! Close! Grabe, grabe, grabe. Swerte. Swerte ni Michael. Grabe, swerte ni Michael.
Alright. Wait, how
Hey!
many do we have more? We have two left, right?
We have 2 more spins, so you guys won't know when.
We
Paano
still
ni?
got.
Ano, ipag-giveaway ta na ni Ima Michael ha? Ano, ipag-giveaway ta na ni Liwat, Michael? Brad, do you want me to like give away the shirt?
Hindi na lang pag.
Or do you want to claim the
Oh,
shirt?
we'll see what he says. If he's like,
Canada man. You,
so ito ihatag na lang ko, no? Ihatag sa iban.
do you, nami tani. Do you want to give it, Michael? Armada? MN? Do you want to give it to other viewers? Of course.
Oh, okay. Let's do another spin
Sure. Okay,
then.
so let's do another
Basta
spin.
mo kay Michael.
So thank you so much, Michael Armada, for giving away the free shirt. So we'll do another spin. Okay? Good luck, guys. If it's Michael Armada again, then oh my God! Welcome, Bracamonte. Congratulations! Congratulations! Congrats, Malcolm Bracamonte. Congratulations, Malcolm Bracamonte.
Ilista ang name.
Lista ko na, nalista ko na.
Pila na, tatlo na, no? We
Tatlo
got
na nagdaog.
Yulin, si... Who else? I can't remember.
Yulin, Bons Di Maala, and Malcolm Bracamonte.
Alright.
KKK.
Last two na lang, ah.
Last 2. We have last 2, but we'll do it later. Okay. So, going back to our lovely guest. So,
we'll ask her how she stays fit. We have like women watching.
yeah.
I know
How do you
trying to
do your makeup?
How do I do my makeup?
Mm.
Oh my gosh, I I'm getting better at the cat eye thing, but sometimes it like frustrates the fuck out of me. I get so upset. But takes patience. Usually getting stoned helps before, because you're just like stoned. Obviously, AA and I are definitely related. Routine. Like, well, first there's the whole like skincare routine, right? Because you got to take care of your skin and increase collagen production and all of that stuff. But then also you smoke a little weed and then you like play music that you like really, really like, and then you just get into it and just like fucking put makeup on your face and like tell yourself you're beautiful.
Oh shit, that's true. We make everything better. That's the thing.
How about diet? Your
But
diet.
diet.
Mm.
Well, okay, so diet stuff. I mean, I'm vegan, as like like I'm sure you kind of had an idea because
Yeah, like yes,
Maddie.
Matty's vegan,
Yeah,
right?
he's so
Yeah.
sweet. He went vegan for me when we first started dating, and I think at first it was definitely like for me, you know what I mean? But then like through that, then he got to like experience.
Wow. So sweet.
I
So
know.
sweet.
Aw, it's so fucking cute.
I yeah, I was actually blown away by Matty that I started eating just salads for my dinner. Yeah,
That's
this is going
amazing.
on for I think like 4 days, 5 days. I think. I,
Wow, good
yeah,
job.
I'm just eating salad now for
Yeah,
my
I'm
dinner.
just eating salad now.
just getting the protein in there. I'm give you tips. So basically besides like the Hollywood stuff, like I am also a student. I'm currently in school for my master's in metaphysical sciences, and then I'm also in a few nutrition programs as well. One through precision nutrition, which is awesome, but like working to be a certified nutritionist as well, just to
Wow.
like balance. Originally, I just went into it just because I wanted to make sure I was doing the vegan thing right, and like, I'm sharing my experiences with friends, and friends are being more open to veganism. So I want to make sure that I'm like teaching them the right things, and then as well as treating my body well as well. But yeah, so I'm learning a lot of stuff in nutrition that I'd be happy to share with you anytime if you ever have any questions. But just finding the proper balance of like your proteins and your carbs and your healthy fats and
Hmm.
veggies, stuff like that. So I try to stay mindful of that. Sorry, what were you gonna say?
No, I wasn't gonna say anything. No
We're
joke.
listening. We're
No, no,
listening.
no. I was gonna say like if what are your recommendations? Like if I go for like salad for my dinner, that will be like no protein. No, I think yeah, I'll only have like eggs, boiled eggs
Hmm.
with the lettuce and some pineapples and some corns and some yeah, that's it. Some uh
Well,
cucumbers. Yeah, that's it. So yeah, so I'm doing that for my dinner. What would be the recommendation for my lunch?
for your lunch,
Mhm.
I mean, lentils are a really great source of protein. I think out of
Lentils.
all of like the bean family, it actually has the highest um, grams of protein or protein per gram or something like that. So lentils are the easy way, and they're like super affordable too. Like, well, when
Mhm.
I was going through my starving artist phase, I was literally eating like lentils and rice every single day, and that was
Mhm.
fine. Lentils and rice and veggies. So basically, this is what I learned in my nutrition class, which is like a great thing to think about, like for all of your meals, is you think. Oh, hold on. Wait. Okay. So you think of a plate, right? So half of your plate is veggies, a quarter of your plate is protein, the other quarter of your plate is carbs, so like potatoes or rice or whatever, a quarter of that, and then you add a healthy fat of some sort. So healthy fats are super important as well for your brain function, especially if you're eating less meat. So like olive oil, even if you like sprinkle, like if you just like put olive oil on top of your salad or something, like there's your healthy fat right there.
Mm.
Or you eat an olive, or you eat like half an avocado or something. Those are great ways. Also, Beyond Meat burgers are super bomb, and like their sausages are really great. What else is a great source of protein? Like any bean, really. Sunflower seeds. You know, if you're having a
Mm.
little snack in the middle of the
Mm.
day, you know, like putting some peanut butter on something yummy is really great. Yeah.
Coconut milk
Mm.
is a healthy fat too. So what you could do is lentils. You make
Yeah,
like a
but
chicken curry without the chicken.
yeah,
You
but
use
it would be.
lentils instead.
But again, it would depend upon how big is your plate. If you have like a big plate, and you have like.
Wait, as long
So question from Michael Armada, is veganism a choice or a culture or a cult?
Oh, interesting. I like that question. For me, I'm sure it's all of the above for some people out there. For me personally, it's a choice. I actually, when I was doing a lot of weightlifting back in the day, I was looking to like bulk up and like get big muscles, and so I was eating a lot of meat. And so that was the a reason why I started volunteering at this meat and dairy farm, was just because like, okay, if I'm going to be consuming this much meat, I need to like take responsibility for what I'm putting into my body. And so yeah, I started working there. The first couple months, I was kind of like numb to the situation. Like I saw a cow get shot. Like you know, like you just start to see things. You just start to see things, and then like it just changed my reality. Like I started like I don't know. I think the pigs and the goats and the cows are really sweet and they're really cute. And I would go there every week and they'd start to recognize me and they'd come up and say hello and they like their pets and like you know like they have like this layer of consciousness. Like you look them in the eyes and you're just like you're alive. Like you're this cute little baby. They're babies. You know they're really really sweet. And so for me personally, like that's the reason why I turned vegan was because of that. And now it seems like it's becoming a fad, which is amazing. I hope the fad lasts because like I don't know, like they have just as much of a right to be on this earth as we do. Like just because we're humans and we're taking over and we have like civilization and all these things doesn't mean that their lives are more or less important than ours, you know? And I feel like what comes along with that industry is like this power dynamic where humans just think that like, you know, animals are here to serve us, but that's not the case. Like they're here like right next to us, you know what I
Hmm.
mean? And so yeah, I try to be really careful when I talk about veganism because my intention isn't necessarily to convert people. It's just to like get them to think a little more, you know? Like for me, I've loved animals my entire life, but then I was also eating animals my entire life because I was so disconnected from the process that happens behind the scenes. And that experience of seeing a cow get shot, like the thing that did it for me was like this pig had escaped, and so me and my friend had to go and like find the pig, and it was like a huge pig, and we had to like carry it by its ankles and like bring it back. And then like it was crying and squealing because it was trying to get away, like you know it was trying to save its own life. And then I was like the human that like went and brought him back to like his death essentially, you
That's
know. And
like horrible.
yeah, and so I
Horrible. What
did it.
the
I
fuck?
know. Afterwards, I sat in my truck and I cried. I was just like, "Fuck! I can't believe I did." Because like you know, you just kind of do what you're told to do, and then like you kind of like numb yourself from the situation because you're just like, everyone eats meat. Like this is the way of life. Da da da. But then after that happened, I sat in my car and I cried, and I was just like, I can't do this. Like it makes me want to cry right now because I just like I still feel guilty about that.
Crazy.
But yeah, so I just try to do my best. But even still, you know, even when I made the decision that I wasn't going to eat animals anymore, it was still really hard for me. Like I kind of had to like wean myself off of it just cuz like physically it's really difficult cuz there is like a transition, you know, it's a temporary transition, but the transition period like still is definitely there.
Hmm.
But yeah, ultimately it's not my thing anymore.
Well, that's crazy. Pulling the pig that's trying to run away. Like I remember when I was in grade school, like our school, we went on a field trip, and one of those stops was at like this huge ass slaughterhouse, and they were slaughtering pigs. And I remember we got there, we were like really excited to see the pigs, right? And none
Mhm.
of the slaughtering was happening yet when we just got there, so it was really quiet and peaceful. So we
Yeah.
got off the bus and we started going into the slaughterhouse and like seeing all the pigs, and a few minutes later, like you just hear all the pigs crying. Like it sounded really bad, you know, pig squeals, really bad. And I remember just leaving the whole group and going back to the bus. And I'm like, I can't stand this. I can't take all these pigs crying and shit. So I left the group. I didn't go on the field trip. I was in the bus. I went to the office first. I talked to the people there. I was like, yo, like, get me out of this place. Like, I don't want to be here. And I ended up like just waiting in the bus for the whole group to come back. Like
Damn.
it's really bad. Like I don't know how people can stand that to be around all that
Exactly. Yeah.
that
And it's
thing.
not even
I mean,
like
eating meat I could understand, but just being around animals being slaughtered is it's pretty dark. It's really dark. Yeah.
really dark. And it's interesting too because I went a few months doing it. Just I think I disattached myself from what was going on. You know what I mean? Like so the first day that I was there, like I said, they shot a cow right in front of me. And then I was just like numb to it. And then a couple months later I woke up and I was like, what the fuck? Like it's crazy. And it's not even the animal that's being just the animal that's being killed, but then it's also the observing animals. Like that was something that really got to me too. Like with the cow, they separated the one cow from the rest of the herd. So she was like really afraid. You can tell she was scared. And then you see that her friends, you know, the ones that she hangs out with every day, those are her fucking friends, you know? And then like they're sitting there watching the experience, like what the fuck is happening? And then they're watching the death happen. Like imagine it like us three right now. Imagine if like someone just now like came and pulled me and like put a gun to my head and shot me like right in front of you guys. Like how would you feel? You know, that's how those cows felt. And so yeah, sorry, I get really heated about this. I try not
No, it's
I'm
fine.
just
It's
passionate
fine.
about it.
I understand. It's crazy seeing a cow get shot. Like
It is.
some pretty dark shit. Yeah.
And they say that's like the most humane way to do it is to like shoot them in the head. That's the most humane way to do it. But then really like is there really a humane ethical way to kill something that doesn't want to die? Like I don't know, in my opinion there isn't, but that's just me.
I feel like the most humane way is like you watch Avatar, right? Not the Last Airbender. Avatar, the alien movie. And you know how they're all like one with nature and vibe, and when they're on the hunt, they kill their food and they're like, "Thank you for your energy and everything." And you
Yeah.
see that they're sad to kill the animals. It's not a fun thing to do for sure. I
Yeah.
feel like it's pretty dark. Just wanting to kill an animal is pretty dark, you know.
Yeah,
Just
totally,
wanting to kill a living being.
no matter
But
what it is, if it's a
but
cow or a pig or a dog, you know, they're still living things.
yeah, um, in the like logical side, yeah, don't get me wrong, but what if they were like made here to be like to give us the protein, like to serve us to be the protein that we need? What
But
if?
if what if? See, I really do try to be as open-minded to other
Mm-hmm.
people's situation. Like I really try my best to think
Mm-hmm.
things through. So, what if? The initial thought that comes to my mind is just like, I don't know, how would we know that? I guess, or is that just like kind of like a
Yes.
justification that people
Yes.
use just to feel good, like feel better about their actions? But also, it's like one of those things of just like, okay, if they were put on here, like, I don't know, is it still compassionate, even if they were put on here to eat? Is it still a compassionate way to live, to just like kill another creature just for our own personal sake? Like, I feel like, okay, like maybe they were originally put on this earth to feed us, but then also now we're evolving and we're growing and we're starting to understand things better, and like I know better now, so if I know better, shouldn't I do better too? I don't know.
That's
Can I
true.
answer your question? Kind of.
And I feel we're getting to the point where we could actually grow meat from stem cells, you know? Like I've seen studies where scientists they grow meat, they grow steak from stem cells in a
Yeah.
lab.
Wow.
So it you're basically eating beef, but you're not killing the cow.
Yeah.
So I know for a fact that we are gonna get to a point where like food is gonna be really ethical, especially with everything going on with the world,
Yeah.
how everybody's views change, you know, because it is, you know, it is really sick to be killing animals. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, just just seeing there or just seeing it and being there and like feeling the vibrations in that area, you know, the vibe in a slaughterhouse is really bad. It's
Yeah.
really bad. Like you go to a slaughterhouse and you just feel it. Like it's the air is heavy and it's not a fun place to be, you know. Wait, gotta put point even without humans here, animals will be killed. Without gotta put point even without humans here,
The-
animals will be killing animals.
But I mean,
Yeah, but
even
they won't be overkilling animals.
yeah,
We
and
overkill
they're
animals.
also
We
just
kill
like
too much.
yeah, and we can also teach animals like in the long run. It's not something that's going to happen overnight, just like with humans. People aren't going to go vegan overnight. It's a whole process. But you can teach animals how to not kill other animals. For example, like I have a dog, a cat, and a chicken, and they like can eat out of the same bowl, like together. And that wasn't something that was natural. Like when I first got my baby chicken, she was like a little baby and I raised her in the bathtub, and then I would just bring my dog and my cat in and I'd sit them with me, and then we would just like, take the time. My cat would want to pounce, my dog would be making crazy eye contact, but then I would just sit and train them and talk them through the process. And then over time I got to a point where I'm able to trust them to just run around by themselves when I'm not even around, so it's just something like we're all animals, and animals are super intelligent, right? All of us
Hmm.
animals are super intelligent, and we're able to learn and we're able to evolve. And I think, yeah, sure, animals are killing animals right now, but that doesn't mean that it has to be the future either.
That's true.
Okay.
Well,
And
except
that's
in the wild.
I'm not talking about overnight. I'm not talking about like 10 years. But I really do think that like in order for like if our earth is going to survive in the long term with like the rest of the universe, we do have to get to this place of like equilibrium where people are just like people and animals and everything else are just like coexisting and keeping a balance. But that's just me. That's
I
just
know for a fact we'll get there. We will get there. Cause
my
veganism or like being vegetarian, it used to be really small. I remember being in the Philippines trying that out, and like it wasn't how it is now, you know. And I remember like thinking like there will come a point where we'll see vegan burgers at McDonald's, at Carl's Jr. and all these fast food chains, and now we're seeing it. And
yeah.
I know for a fact in a few years people will start growing meat in labs, and we'll be eating that because it'll be way healthier since it's in a controlled environment. They grow the meat. I know there'll be way less cholesterol, if not none at all. No,
Yeah.
I know for a fact that they'll take away everything negative about that meat and without killing the animals, you know. So we're
Yeah,
getting there. We're
no,
getting there with
no.
technology.
But that would still be animal, even if
Yeah,
it's a
but
if even if it's a lab grown.
you're growing it though. You're not killing the animal. You're growing it from the cellular level.
Yeah, you're
So
growing.
it starts out like blood. It starts out like a little blood
Yeah,
like that.
but your point is you're growing an animal as well, right?
You're not
you're
growing an
growing a
animal. You're
cow,
growing a steak part. You're growing a cut, like a
Piece of
pork
meat.
chop.
a cut. A cut.
Yeah, a
Okay.
piece of meat. That's what
A
you're
cut.
growing.
Okay, a cut.
Yeah, not an animal.
Not an animal. I thought you
No,
were
not the
saying
animal.
like a cow itself, or
No.
like
Basically, like they take the
swine,
stem cells.
like a swine
They
itself.
That's why. Basically, they take the cells and they grow it, and then you know how our body regenerates. Like when you have a wound, the meat grows in, right, and then it closes, and you're whole again. So basically, that's what they're doing is they'll take a stem cell and start growing it into a cut, into a piece of meat that we could eat. You know, so I
Yeah.
know we'll get there. We'll get there where everything is ethical, where we wouldn't need to kill anything to survive.
Okay, I'll
Plus, I
cut.
love my thumbs up.
Yeah. Okay. Now with look. Now I'd like to go back to Hollywood.
Okay.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Well, I want to add really quick that it is cool. Like, that's really neat that you're thinking about it a little more. Like I said, I'm not trying to change people's minds or anything like that. Just to like help people think a little bit more, just to be a little more cautious, a little bit more mindful. And I just think that's really wonderful. So thank you for sharing that.
Yeah.
You're
This
welcome.
is really this is a good topic as well. Yeah. Yeah, I'm glad we did touch base on this one.
Yeah.
I'm trying to like eat grass every dinner.
Grass. I like to smoke grass.
You guys smoke grass, I eat grass. Okay, okay. So going back, I'd like to go back to Hollywood.
Yeah.
Okay, so you know that acting and singing is a hard career. Do you have like any backup career plan aside from the entertainment business?
Okay, I'm glad you asked this question. It's interesting because I was talking to Maddie about how you brought this question up when we were, doing the test run, and so that's something to think about. And it was interesting to observe myself because I feel like when you brought that question up originally, like it made me feel a little heated inside, and so I had to like analyze like why I was feeling those feelings and where it was stemming from, and then I realized it was because like that this stuff making it in Hollywood or getting the roles that I want to play, whatever, like that's like what I want to do so badly that it made me defensive to even like think about the thought of not making it. You know what I mean?
Mm.
So I honestly, I have a lot of faith in myself. I see where I'm going. I am also like, I feel like I'm a really good person who also works really, really hard. I'm super easy to work with. And like every person or team that I've ever worked with, I've gotten nothing but positive feedback, just like for my ethic and stuff like that. And so I don't really feel like I'm not going to make it. Let's just say that. But then I also do have other things.
Manifest.
I have other things that I like to do in addition to it. Like I was talking about, like my nutrition stuff. Like I think
Mm.
Hollywood is great, but then it can also get to a place where it's just like it can be like it's shallow waters in some way when it comes to like personal development. For me, I don't know. It's only a part of me, I guess is what I'm trying
Mm.
to say. It's only a piece of me. I have other things and other passions that I love just as much. Like nutrition stuff is like really important to me. Like when I first started studying it, I originally just went into it for me, but then going through the program, I was like, wow, like I do have a passion of like, sharing this message, but then also teaching people how to take care of their bodies, like I think about my
Hmm.
family and my friends in the older generation, how like I want to help them live longer and live like healthier, higher quality lives. Like that's something I'm also passionate about. And then on top of that, like my metaphysical schooling sciences kind of goes into the whole like holistic healing holistic health approach, I guess. So the other thing that I'm equally as passionate about is nutrition and health and sharing that with people. And then also, like, I have plans after the Hollywood industry as well. I think the Hollywood industry is probably just going to take up my life for like 5 years, is what I'm aiming for, to be able to like get those goals accomplished in 5 years. And then my 10-year plan actually involves me like purchasing the land that I'm on right now so that I can
Mm.
start building an animal sanctuary and purchasing animals out of slaughterhouses, to, you know, give them a better life. And then on top of that, be able to create a little community on this land where like my friends, you know, I'll give my friends like a plot of land, like, here, you can have this plot of land as long as you help me take care of this animal, this one singular animal,
Mm-hmm.
and then also grow something that you can share with everyone else. And as long as you're able to meet those conditions and like not be a douche, then you can stay. Yeah.
That's a pretty
Not
cool
trying to
plan,
be a
though.
douche.
Pretty laid back
Yeah,
white
so then,
witch.
yeah,
Trying to be a white witch.
totally, absolutely. And so yeah, so those are my plans after Hollywood, if that is like a better way to rephrase that. And then from there, after I get that situated, it's called Humble Bumble Fairy Farm. That's what my operation is going to be called. That it's
Wow.
been working on for.
Wow.
And then after that's all set up, then I hope to be able to go on tour with my music stuff. So that's like my like 7 to 10 year
Oh,
plan.
nice.
Nice.
Now to follow up with my question.
Yes.
So I know that I know you have this full passion with this entertainment business.
Mhm.
But did you ever feel like this is just another day job for me? You get to feel like it's just another day job?
The performing arts stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That's an interesting question.
Of
I think when I
course.
was, yeah, again.
Of course it is. What are you talking about?
You know, I just say those things so I can buy some time as I think of my answer.
Yeah. Clever girl.
Okay, I guess sometimes, like, if like, there have definitely been more of like the commercial stuff, you know, that definitely feels like it's not fueling my soul. You know, it's just kind of like I'm doing it for the money because of my skills.
Mhm.
It's more of the commercial stuff, I would say. But overall, the nitty gritty deep stuff where I can actually feel, I don't feel like it's a day job. I feel like super grateful. Like every time I'm like on set, like doing those things, there's those moments, and it's not every single moment, but there are those moments that come up where I'm like, wow, like there is like literally nothing else in the world that I'd rather be doing than this here right now. As long as like the content that I'm working on like speaks a bigger message, then I don't feel like it's a day job at all.
Okay. Okay. Nice. Nice. So that was the answer of contestant number 3, guys. So these days, what makes you busy these days?
What makes me busy these days? Let's see. What makes me busy these days? My animals fucking make me busy these days. It seems like they're a handful.
Would you like
I
to add
love
like a
them.
crocodile?
You know, maybe someday, you know, like I'm at the point where just like anytime someone offers me an animal, like, hey, there's this animal that needs a home, like I never say no. And if it's not something that I can keep personally, then I find it a home. And so if a crocodile needed a home, like I would totally be down to give it a home.
Humble Bumble Crocodile Farm.
Crocodile farm. It's the new thing, man. So that keeps
So
my garden keeps
yeah, I do believe that you have like an upcoming stuff from Lionsgate. Can you like tell us something about
I
that? The
I can
Lionsgate
tell you
thing?
I know, Lionsgate Entertainment. That was really cool. I got to work with the film crew of Lionsgate Entertainment to shoot this
Wow.
movie, which was really neat. It was the first movie production that I was involved with, and I was like, yeah, it was exciting. It was super fun. And it was, let's see, I was like the supporting character. And I can't give away too much, but I definitely got to play a more than human type of character. And
Nice.
they're CGIing me, so they put me in this like outfit where I was like, it's completely black and it zips up, like even to like cover my face, like I couldn't even see because they're gonna like digitalize me and make me look all cool and stuff like that. So we got to travel to a few places. We went to Death Valley and shot a couple scenes over there, and that was super cool because the place that we shot at, they you have to get a permit to shoot at certain locations, and this location hadn't been shot at since Steven Spielberg shot like one of the Star Wars movies or
Mm.
something like that. So
Mm.
that was like super super cool. And then we like shot at like a couple various beaches in Southern California as
Wow.
well. So that was one of those like moments for the books. Like every single moment I was like, whoa, this is surreal, and like the script was really cool as well. It just like
Wow.
gets you thinking. It's like I'm not even supposed to say the name, but like the name of the movie just like it has something to do with the brain, and just like I wish I could talk about it, you know. But then like, I want to tell you these
But
things.
well, I'm sure.
But
I'm sure I'm
how
gonna
long was the
be. Yeah.
shooting?
Yeah. How long?
Um, it was a few days each in different locations. Yeah,
Wow.
so not too bad actually, but then the everything comes in the after, the post-production stuff. And
Hmm.
so basically they're just like, and like I'm learning this is kind of just how it is. It's like you're involved in a film like that and then you just wait. A lot of actors say they wait like 2 or 3 years and then
Oh.
like the film actually comes off. So I have no
Oh.
idea when it's coming out, right? Especially with COVID. I'm sure that
Mhm.
kind of like fuck things up a little bit, but it'll be coming out eventually, and it's really cool. It's really neat. Like the equipment that they were using was like super dope. It was one of those
Wow.
experiences. I was like, whoa, like this is like a scene from like my dreams right now, except like I'm living in it. It was crazy. It was fun.
Wow. Wow.
What?
Wow.
So how long do you think the movie is gonna be? I mean, yeah, how long do you think the movie's gonna last? Is it like
They
a 2 hour movie or an hour and
they
45?
said, they said it's a full length film. So
Nice.
so
An hour and a half or something.
yeah, whatever
But
that.
At least an
totally more
hour and
than
a
an
half.
hour.
Yeah, for sure. So
Wow.
how long did it take? Like only a few days to shoot everything, or was that just your part?
Just my parts.
Just
Few
your
days
parts.
in
Okay.
Death Valley, and a few days in Venice Beach area, and then
Wow.
few days in another spot. I can't remember another beach.
And was it shooting all day?
Yeah.
Wow.
Whoa.
So did you like audition for this or?
So that was one of those experiences where I told you it's like friend of a friend of a friend, right?
Oh,
So
connections.
yeah, and I think
Connections.
now as I navigate through this world a little bit more, I do believe that that's kind of how things work, in all honesty. Because like I was doing, like I said, I was doing the background stuff, and I met all these people. Like I, met directors and screenwriters and stuff like that. And it's like months later, then we're like connecting and creating stuff and like planning the next steps. And it was just like when I first met them, like I never would have thought that that experience would have led to something like a year later, but that's what happens. So from my understanding as of now, I feel like that's really what happens is just like people, which makes sense. Just like like when you have references, it makes it
Yes.
people, like for any job, right? People like
Hmm.
you get a little bit of a higher consideration when you know someone
Yeah.
involved. Then they can just like they can trust that you're going to do a good job or that you're right from the part. So yeah, so that one specifically, my dance teacher from childhood, her husband is a director. He like co-directed like Avatar and stuff like that, and like
Mm.
Wonderland and stuff like that. And so
What?
his friend, the Lionsgate dude, was producing this film I almost said the name, but then I didn't. But so he produced it, and so he was looking for like these characteristics for this one role, and then told his director friend, who told his wife, and then his wife was like, oh, like one of my older students, Danielle, would be like perfect for this. And then so she shot over like my Instagram stuff, which is Instagram's amazing for those reasons. It's like you put your shit out there, and then like if someone needs to see what you're capable of, then like all they have to do is like look at your online portfolio, and all your stuff is right there. And then from there, we met up for coffee just to like have like kind of an audition, talk about the role type of thing, to make sure that I was the right fit. And then we went from there.
Wow. Congratulations!
Pretty exciting.
Congratulations! Congratulations! Wow.
Congratulations to you guys for putting on this awesome show. It's super cool. I'm happy
Thank
to be a part
you.
of
Thank you.
Yes. I hope I hope we get to interview your director.
it. Ooh,
I-
that would
maybe,
be
yeah.
cool.
Maybe.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
maybe, huh?
Fun.
Let's
You
see.
know, our connections to your connections to their
Yeah,
connections.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I was like thinking about that too. If you guys
Mhm.
ever need anyone to be on the show, I know some really amazing people, like seriously, the most amazing people that I'd love to share with you guys. Like my friends Parker and Donovan are the first ones to come to mind. So Parker directed my music video, Fake Face, and then Donovan was the director of cinematography as well as the editor. And they're just both badasses. I met them both on set of like a Netflix show or
Ooh.
HBO or something. One of those two, HBO or Netflix. I can never remember which one. But I met them both on there, and we like got together, and like they're helping me produce my whole like a video album right now, and they're just so talented. And I just like their plans, like what they're doing with like building their own like movies and stuff like that, is like
Mhm.
super inspirational, and I think they're definitely people to look out for. For sure. And I would love to link you guys up, because not only are they like super talented, but they're also just like really amazing people as well, just like you guys.
I
Hey.
still have a few questions for you.
Yeah.
So, have you also watched like Filipino movies?
um I feel like when I was younger, yes.
So,
I
yeah,
Go ahead.
how do you feel about the movie industry of the Philippines?
Of the Philippines. I
Mhm.
don't think I know that much about it, in all honesty, but like there's a lot of the drama, right? Is that kind of like the dramatic kind of
Mhm.
like emotions and stuff. So I think that would be cool to be involved in something like that over time. I'd be down. I mean, I'm open
Ooh.
at this point. Like there's so much to learn. There's so much to learn, like the different acting styles, like even just seeing what it's like acting on stage versus like what it's like acting on film. It's
Mm.
like they're both acting, but they're completely different. And so to think about like acting like in the perspective of another country that I'm not like, even though I'm a part of like blood wise, but like I'm not really I haven't really experienced it. I think it would be really cool.
I know one Filipino director. He was really well known. He was my former classmate when I was studying fine arts. His name is Becky Galiaga.
Becky Goliaga.
Becky Galiaga, yeah. He's the
Maybe
director
we
of
could.
the famous what's this famous Scorpion Nights something.
Scorpion Knights.
Yeah,
What? The...
but Becky Galiaga is a well-known, very well-known director. He was
Cool.
showing
The
us
Philippines.
some films which he got like good awards for that one. Yeah,
I know.
I
I know we have some friends too, cuts in
mhm.
like the indie film industry in
Yeah,
Iloilo.
Iloilo. Yeah,
So
we have like a lot.
probably when you go home to the Philippines, we could
Hook you up
like
with
set something up.
yeah,
Few shots in an indie movie.
yes,
Sounds
That's
really
so cool.
cool.
Aw, you
yeah.
guys are
Yeah.
I feel like that's really the way excuse me, the way that we're all gonna like thrive too is like if we like help each other, if we're all rising together. There's a
Of
hashtag
course.
that I like to use called like hashtag Together We Rise,
Yeah,
and I
together
don't.
we
I just like
rise.
I really resonate with that because I mean, if you help your friends succeed, then they'll help you succeed, and then you're all on the same page together, which is like ultimately.
Of course. Of course. So we're gonna be planning on the next guest. Mm-hmm. With your
Mhm.
help
What was that?
as well. Mm-hmm.
That's true. That's
So
true.
this is the your latest and upcoming would be this by the Lionsgate, right? The Lionsgate thing.
Um, yeah,
Aside from that one.
like depending on when that comes up, but I am like in the works right now of like producing my music video album. So I just released my first song slash video of the track of the whole album. I mean, so depending on how long that takes, I'm in
Mm.
the process of shooting the next video right now. And writing the song. That's what they're waiting on essentially. They're like, come on, let's shoot it. I'm like, I haven't even fucking wrote the song. Like we've had the beat and we've created like the concept of like the music video. It's cool. The song's called Robo Witch. So
Robo
like
Witch.
tapping, so like because like my first song
Robo
on
witch.
the first song on the track like essentially is like talking about domestic abuse really in just like an artistic way. That's what my song is about. So it's like kind of dark. The music video is like mostly in like black and white, and then from there the next song is Robo Witch, which has this like robotic vibe, and it's like fun and playful, and it's talking about like the future. It's really cool. I'm going to be playing a character in a video game, which is going to be really neat. So yeah, so
Wow.
that project is also coming up, and then the album itself is called hashtag Quarantines. So depending on like how much I can get my act together and get that shit done, that might
Mm.
come out before the Lionsgate film. We'll see.
Ah, nice. Very
Nice.
nice.
Pretty
Okay, so
exciting.
we'll do another raffle
Raffle.
giveaway again. Okay, because we still got two more shirts to give away. So guys, get ready.
Let's do this.
Do this. Spin the well. Where's my wheel? Hey. Okay, transition. Good luck. Here we go. Oh, Marky Hearns. Marky Hearns. Congratulations. 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 Wow.
Marky Hearn.
Wow.
Pretty lucky of you.
Congrats.
I saw it on
Congrats.
Facebook. He be like, I'm gonna join this raffle, and he got
Hmm.
it. He got it. That's what's up.
Congrats, Marky Hearns. So
Good
So we got
job.
one more.
we still have one more giveaway, but we'll do it later.
Close to the end of the show, for sure.
We're not yet done. Okay, so where were we? Going back to Hollywood. So any advice on this on anyone who wants to like pursue a career in the entertainment business?
Um, yeah, I would say try your best not to put all your eggs in one basket. Like even if you get to a place, just because I think that lifestyle, I think it's healthy in doses. So like I don't know, I'm all like I'm healthcare advocate and stuff like that, and some of the the what do I say, the habits of life in that world is like a little intense, like on your body and on your psyche and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And so I would say that it's important to keep a balance in your life to make sure that you stay grounded and you stay healthy. So that's super in order to take care of yourself so you can be strong when like
No.
fighting in the rat race over there. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
that would be some advice. I don't know, the usual, like, don't get discouraged. What doesn't kill you makes
Emotional.
you stronger,
Yeah.
like, strong, just continue having faith in yourself, even, like, if other people don't see, like, your worth, just remind yourself that you are valuable and that you are full of worth and that, the right people will find you in the right time. Like, it's all about just, like, relaxing into the process, and not letting yourself, like, stress the fuck out over it.
Okay. Wow. Nice. Anyway,
Pretty good advice for us, huh?
yeah. Anyway, could you both could you like do this whole thing like this one, just this one for thumbnail, like
What?
like 5 seconds maybe. We'll do that
What?
next one. Peace out
Do a
thing.
pose.
Yeah.
Do a pose for the
Do a
thumbnail.
post for
Do a
thumbnail,
post?
so I can
Okay.
get like a thumbnail for this one.
All three
That's
of
it.
us.
Yep. That's it.
What?
So, hey, do you still have questions for your cousin?
um, um, how is the environment in the entertainment industry?
Hmm.
Is like everybody all laid back and down to earth, or are most people assholes, or
There are a lot. I think there's a nice healthy combination. I feel like there are those jewels. There's like the glimmer of like the most amazing people that you'd like seriously ever meet,
Mm-hmm.
and like those I just try to like find and stick to. For the most part, what I do when I'm on set is like I'll stick to myself until I find one of those like glimmers of light, and then I'll go talk
mhm,
to him because there are a lot of people that are super stressed out and like who are like kind of mean. There are mean people on set. Like I've had a few like camera guys be mean to me and stuff and make me feel like I'm really dumb just because I didn't know like exactly what his vision was. You know what I mean? But I think that also kind of is because a lot of people are overworked in that industry as well. I think people are getting a lot of sleep, like the crew and stuff. Like
Mm-hmm.
they're going at it like so fucking hard. Like I'll show up to set at like 5 o'clock in the morning, to start like getting my hair and makeup done and stuff. And there'll be already like a whole buffet of like food and like breakfast, like gorgeous breakfast and stuff like that. And then, of course, like on our side, it's like, oh, this is wonderful. I just like show up and have to get my hair and makeup done. And then there's like all this food. But then you think about the people that had to like go in there before and get all that stuff ready so that like we can eat that food. And so, like, from the crew, that's
Oh.
something that's kind of like there, like, we were talking like about like hierarchies of power like on the farm, right? I
mhm.
feel like there's a certain level like hierarchy of power when it comes to like the industry a little bit, where there's like that was really weird to me, like when you see like the people who are like they like I talked to some of them, they'd be like, oh yeah, we were here at like 2:30 this morning, like starting like prepping for your food, and I'm like, that's fucked up. And then they're there like all day long, and then like some people say thank you, but a lot of people don't say thank you as well. So it's definitely a mixed bag.
Mm.
Mm,
Mm-hmm.
mhm. Okay.
Where's AA?
Where's AA?
I'm sorry, my earphone died, so I had to get this one.
So
So,
like
like going
going
back,
back like
going back.
I think
I
this
think
will be
this would be
my
my
last two questions
last
for
two
you.
questions for you.
At what age
At
did
what
you start
age did you start
with the entertainment
with the
business?
entertainment business?
Sorry,
Sorry,
it's kind of
kind of
echoey for
so
some
easy for some
reason.
reason.
Will you repeat
Will
your
you repeat your
question?
question?
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
What is that?
Echoey.
Echo.
What is that sound?
Oh, is it better now?
Oh, is it better now?
Nope.
There's a duplicate sound.
Okay, now it's better. Maybe it had something to
Give
do
me,
with his earphone dying or
okay,
something.
give me a second, huh?
What happened? What happened?
Okay, he signed off, I think, to try to fix the sound. At least our sound is good now. I think it might have had something to do with your earphone dying.
Yeah, that was probably me. I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. So I was asking Danielle if at what age did you start with this career?
Acting?
Acting, yeah,
With,
all the stuff.
with acting. Let's see. Well, I started like my first. It all comes back to like the live performance stuff first, so like dancing and stuff. My first live dance performance was when I was like 3 years old.
Mm.
Annie was there. Annie was there. We danced to a whole new world together. Annie is AA's sister.
I remember that.
Yeah. So we were super cute. That was our first stage performance. And then my parents took me to an agent when I was like maybe 10 or 11 years old.
Hmm.
And they like gave us the whole run through as to like what it would entail to be a part of that world at that age. And then my dad asked me afterwards, he's like, is that something that you want to do? And then I said no. Just because like that would have like there would have been a lot of sacrifices to take
Mhm.
if I were to enter the entertainment industry that early. So then I just kept doing it for fun, bunch of stage musicals and stuff like that. I don't and then yeah, in college then I started doing the stage musical stuff and like getting paid for it. So I would say that's when it started. And then
In
from there,
college,
like
huh?
yeah.
So you were getting paid for? Did you do Broadway?
Not Broadway. I was up in
Not
Humboldt.
Broadway.
So like yeah. I've done like off Broadway. Like I did a show in New York that was an off Broadway show. It was a tap production, a tap show accompanied by the Duke Ellington Orchestra, and that was off Broadway. So I did that. But then yeah, for the most part it was just, local theaters that you audition for and then you get like, X amount of money stipend.
Nice. And
Yeah, so that was cool.
how long does the show last? Is it like a month every Friday, or is it like a
Uh,
full 3 months, 4 months, or is it just a
so
one-time thing?
usually So usually the general format of most of the shows that I've done will like rehearse for like 2 to 3 months, depending on like the difficulty. Usually like the longer, like the musicals take longer because you have to learn all the music and then learn all the blocking and then learn all the choreography. So that like usually the process would be like 3 months. And then from there we'd perform for like 5 or 6 weekends and then it would be like 3 days a week, sometimes 4 days a week. So it would either be like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or just like Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Or I've done it where it's like Saturday morning, Saturday evening, and then Sunday, which is like intense to do 2 shows in a day.
What? So,
Oh.
do you get paid for the whole thing, or do you get paid? Did they pay you like by the hour, starting from training, from rehearsal, all the way to production?
Mm-hmm.
It does depend on like the theater that you work for because every single one is different, but usually like when you go in you have a little like contract thing where you talk with them and then you get like this amount of money for the whole thing, and then a lot of the times on top of that they'll have like a day called like actors benefit night is like pretty common where all of the proceeds go to the actors that evening, on top of the
Oh,
stipend.
nice.
So yeah, it's
So,
pretty cool. It was a
was it enough to like keep you afloat?
I mean, I
Was
was
it
going
enough
to
to feed
college
you?
at the same time. Yeah, 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 I would say so. I mean, like, I also had college and stuff like that too, so I was still like, very close to being broke constantly. But I mean, that was also the first time in my life that I was like paying rent by myself and like, doing all those things, like paying a car payment by myself and
Hmm.
stuff like that. Like it wasn't like a huge like glamorous amount, but it was enough. It was definitely enough, especially for that time in my life. Like it was definitely enough. Like I would have done that shit for free.
That's so true, though. No, that's so true. It's funny because like me and Kuts, we were like in the band scene in Iloilo, and we didn't get paid for nothing.
Yeah, didn't.
So
Yeah,
It's basically just doing it for the passion,
for
like
passion.
enjoying your
Yeah,
art, enjoying the
but
craft, enjoying the whole energy of the
yeah, as
environment.
long as someone appreciates what you do, we
Oh yeah, for
we
sure.
get to feel like,
Absolutely.
yeah, we're totally
Feel alive.
feel like it motivates us
Yeah.
to like play more even without the money.
And I know we,
Yeah.
we we used to get like so much shit from the parents and the titas, like the
Yeah.
parents of our band members. They'll be like, why do you guys keep doing this? You're spending too
Mm.
money on it. And
Yeah.
they'd be
And my
like,
mom,
you're not getting paid.
yeah, my mom doesn't want me to be on band before. Fuck this camera. Ah.
Well,
Yeah, but before my mom doesn't want me to be on a band, so I was hiding it from her.
oh
Yeah,
wow, a
yeah,
little
I
rebel.
was really hiding it. She didn't know that I was on a still on a band till we get like that little
Recognition.
recognition, then all the stuff. Then he usually gets all the certificates that I will be getting. Usually give it to her afterwards.
Pretty
Like we do
cool.
battle of the bands. Like I get like best vocalist or stuff like that. So I usually give it to her. Hey, your son's the best vocalist. So why don't you just agree of me
Do
being
you
in a
love me
band?
now?
See,
Do you love me
see,
now, mama?
And I
see.
think that doing stuff for free though is like it's a step in the process, like that's how you develop your experience and
Yeah,
your comfortability and stuff like that. But then it also gets to a point where you're just like you have to like know your worth and like put your foot down as well. Like that's why I stopped doing theater up here because I was doing it for so long in so many shows, like good shows, like really high quality shows and stuff. And I was like the payment that they were giving me was just like stagnant. There wasn't really that much room for growth. And then like after there was one more show that I did and I got a role for, and I was like trying to renegotiate how much I was getting paid, and they wouldn't pay me anymore. And I was like,
I
fuck, like I have so much, like you also have to be honest with yourself, and not in like a conceited way, but just like in a
yes,
realistic way. Just like, hey,
yes,
my time is valuable, and I'm like
yes,
offering a lot here, and like I deserve
yes,
to like have some sort of payment, and that like it's
Mhm.
okay to have that conversation with yourself as
yes. I
well.
totally agree. I totally agree. You can't just like give it all for free.
Yeah,
Like
Forever.
yeah,
everything's
Yeah.
for free. Fuck that.
Yeah.
yeah. So there's this app that I'm a streamer for, and it's actually something that I wanted to like bring up to you guys because if you guys ever wanted to audition for it, like I can totally like set you up with my talent manager. They're really really awesome. But
Ooh.
the app is called Live It. I think I told you a
Crispin,
little bit about it,
Basilio.
and then so basically I have to stream, like live stream, like right now, as I'm talking to you guys, I also have my phone set up and I'm live streaming this
Whoa.
conversation right now for like work as well. So we're both live streaming here. But basically, like, so I get like the pay from like the agency, right? Because I'm contracted. But then also on top of that, your viewers like give you coins. There's like currency. So they can give you coins or they can give you like these things called snacks or they give you like little, I don't know, these animations. They can give you like ducks or like
Mm,
candles or like weird things and then they
yeah.
come up as animations, but
That
then they also like translate into coins.
into
And so
coins.
like yeah,
That's
and
like stars in Facebook, right? You get like stars, then that values for a certain amount.
I'm not that advanced with Facebook.
Yeah,
That's cool
but
that that has that
that's what they have as well. Like you get you yeah push the
interesting.
stars, and then the stars would value for a certain amount of like dollars, and then that's
Interesting.
why
So
they
basically
what that's why they wanted to have like, yeah, you just give me the stars, guys, give me the stars. That would be like
yeah,
in
that's
value.
exactly the
Okay.
thing with this situation is like, give me the coins. But for me, I've
Yes.
always had a difficult time because I like to focus on the fact that I love what I do and like that's all that matters, right?
Wow.
Times like I'll be on the stream and then I'll have people that are sitting there with me for like 2 hours and they're
Mm.
not even me anything. And like, this is a conversation I had with my talent manager just like 2 days ago. He was like, okay, I'm like looking at your numbers and like, you're putting all the time in, you have the consistency, you have like the amount of people that are coming into your stream, but then your coins aren't as high as they should be.
Mm.
And then he's like, do you ask people for coins? And I was like, no, that's something that I don't do, is ask people for coins. And he's like, you need to figure out like how to get comfortable with like asking people for coins. And like, it doesn't need to be in like a super like direct way, but you can be like, hey, like so and so, like I noticed that you've been hanging out with me for a couple of hours. Like you like, if you have anything to share, like please like okay, because like to try to find like a graceful way to do it. And I
Yeah.
so fucking embarrassed doing that. I'm like, this is so not my thing. But it's just
Please give us money.
it's important to practice
Please
it
give
too.
me some
It's just like,
money.
hey, like I'm offering you value right now. I'm bringing value into your life. Like if you have something to share, like you really should, like like help, like let's all help each other out here. Like
Yeah.
don't just sit here for
Yeah.
fucking
Of course. Yeah. Supposedly.
something like that. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. It's
Yeah.
just like share. It's like an offer of gratitude.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just like find a way to say thank you, even if it is just like a little bit of something. Like those little
Yes.
bit of something like add up. So
Yeah.
know your worth. I don't know how we got on that tangent, but there you go.
Yeah, but for this stream, for all our stream for YouTube, we don't get to like get some stars or something like that. But yeah, we do appreciate
Yes.
all of our loyal supporters who are every Friday watching us. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
that means a lot to us already.
yeah.
For now, it's a real
Or
For
talk.
now.
so what
For now,
what you guys are doing through YouTube, like eventually, if you just keep the momentum going, then you'll be able to get paid by YouTube. And then,
Yeah.
then you won't need to be supported by your fans. Like your fans will help you get to the point. Like right now, that's where I'm at, where I have enough followers, but I just don't have enough of the hourly watches on my YouTube page
Mm.
to be able to get paid by them. But once I do have the hours, then like everything will be monetized. And like the same goes for you guys. Like you already have
yes.
like
Mhm.
loyal viewers and stuff like that. So like
We-
for this platform, you don't need to like have the audience supporting you.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
We're actually almost there.
We
We're
almost
almost
there.
there.
Hey.
We have like
Got it.
2,900 hours. 2,900 hours plus today's stream. I would think that it will be like 3,000 plus
Yeah.
hours already. So if we reach like 4,000 hours, it will be like
Monetize.
celebration
We
for
will.
us because we will be
Yeah.
like monetized. So yeah, we really appreciate all of our loyal viewers who are watching us every Friday. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah.
So Danielle, where can our viewers or the world like get in touch with you or watch your Live It? What's that Live It app? They
Yeah.
like actually like be on your stream as well on the Live It or watch
Yeah,
you?
they totally can. They
Mm-hmm.
totally can. And like on Live It too, there's like a currency called a snack where they can give like snacks for free. Like they don't need to pay for it. It's just
Mm-hmm.
like click on it and they can only give it to you every couple of minutes or something.
Oh,
Like I don't want to think that like everyone to think I'm like only in it for the coins. Why the fuck aren't you giving me coins? So there's like three options.
yeah, we
to
can
coins.
get like
They don't have to pay. All they
Mhm.
have to do is like literally click. But Live It's
oh.
super awesome. So that's where they find me. You can find me at missmarie.biz.
Can you do that again?
Could we drop everything like your IG, your YouTube,
Mhm.
and like everything you're doing?
Or what?
Yeah,
Where do we drop it? Cause
drop it in
Private chat.
the live stream, the chat.
the
AA.
live chat,
Yep, the live chat.
Live chat. I
You
think I
have
can
you
do
have
that
all
on
the
my
links, AA, right?
chat publicly. Okay, so Instagram. Here, I can just type it right now on my phone. So
Wait.
Instagram.
You have to like make a comment first, so I can make you like an admin, so you can drop links. Make like one comment first.
Okay, I did.
Okay, give me a second.
Yeah.
Add moderator. Okay, so now you were like a moderator, so you can can you do one more comment?
Um,
Okay, so you are blue right now, so yep, you can drop a link.
links.
Yeah,
Okay.
the links
Uh,
would be better.
Well, you guys can check out my Patreon. I have so many side hustles, like but they're all like interwoven with each other. So Patreon is another source, like where artists can get funding from their audiences. So patreon.com/Miss Marie. You can find me on, let's see, Live It isn't a link, but I'll just put my username on there, missmarie.biz. You guys can find me on there. And then let's see, we'll do Instagram.com is Miss Marie. I have so many. Um, I'd love to. Oh, here, let's see. How do I do this? I'm going to find the link for my YouTube,
Mm-hmm.
for my music videos, if I can put that on there. It's called Fake Face. And, like, of course, it's super important to me because it's my song and everything, but it also has a lot of valuable resources at the end for people who have been suffering from domestic abuse if they're
Mm-hmm.
currently in a bad situation, like what resources who they can reach out to. So I think that's like super important. So
What's your name on YouTube?
Danielle Merri Sycon,
Danielle Marie.
DANIELLE space MERRI and then Sycon
I M
CICHON.
MARRIE, right?
Oh, MERRI.
MERRI. Okay. I got your link. I'll just post your channel. Or maybe
Perfect.
the fake face would be better, so it will
Yeah.
get like a lot of views. Copy, and guys,
Also,
please check Danielle on YouTube, and please subscribe as well. Click the
yay.
link and check her out. Like all the videos and click that notification button for you to be updated with Danielle's latest videos.
Do you think I could ask you to put one more link down?
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Sorry, I a lot, but it's on Spotify. It's
Mm-hmm.
the song. It's called Fake Face. I can see if I can find it on here. But like the reason why I want to bring this up is because like all of the so 20% of my streaming proceeds of this song go towards the North Coast Rape Crisis Center, as well as Peace Before Violence, which are
Mm-hmm.
two nonprofits that fight against domestic abuse. So every time you listen to the song, I make 75 cents off per play, but then 20% of that goes towards those organizations that are trying to stop domestic abuse. So
Nice.
I can put, let's see, share. I can just put that in there. Copy link.
Yep. Just drop the link.
Okay, I'm here.
It's actually a good thing that we didn't like play your fake face video on this stream, because we might get like copyright for that one.
Oh, we would have
Well,
gotten
Yeah,
copyrighted
we
for
would
that.
have.
Yeah.
So
no,
guys, yeah.
I would have like so because it gives you the option, the
Mm,
copyright, whatever.
yep.
But then like I put it on the option so that other people can play the song. It's
Mm,
just like I get the monetization stuff.
yep.
So it would
Yeah,
have been
would be better if they can like go ahead and click the link so they can like check the video themselves,
yeah,
right?
totally. I put all of
I know
it
that
in.
everyone is like intrigued of seeing your video. So click the link, guys. Done subscribing. Thank you so much, Scotch, for subscribing to Danielle's uh YouTube channel.
Yay.
Please do watch the Spotify as well, guys. So some proceeds will be for the domestic violence, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
we're helping save people here because I mean the original reason why I wrote that song. So I had a podcast that I was running that I was interviewing one of my good friends Parker, and she was just telling me about like the crazy childhood situation that she went through, and then going through like the whole COVID thing. They were talking about how there have been less people that have been calling in, like, to the
Mhm.
police, because like people are staying at home with their abusers right now. They don't have like a place to escape. They don't have work to escape to. They don't have school to escape to. So people are like at home with people who are doing harm to them. And so yeah, I just want to raise awareness for that, because it's super important and it's everywhere, you know. And it really is. I'm sorry. I know it gets like
Yes.
kind of good and sad,
No,
but it's also
no. Actually,
important.
I was smiling because I saw Matty just shared my post regarding the stream today.
Wait, he just called me at like four. He texted me at like 4:30 in the morning because I'm at my place right now, so I'm not with him. But he called me. He called me to make sure that I was like up.
Wow.
He's
Wow,
like,
very supportive,
That's
Matty.
too cute.
so
So cute.
great. And then he's like, "You're gonna have so much fun," because he knows I get in my head and everything. And he's like, "You're gonna have so much fun. Those guys are so cool," and like da da da. And I was like, "Oh, you're so sweet."
So guys, again, please click on the links which leads you to Danielle's videos. Check them out and subscribe and click that notification button. Okay? So
Please do.
before we end the stream in like about 15 minutes, we'll do
One last
one more
raffle.
giveaway. One more.
We gotta put in two more names though. Put in Michael Buscar. He's watching.
Oh, okay.
Cicel and oh no, not Cyril. His brother Christian Loretizo.
Give me a second.
They're
So,
watching, so
they're watching
they're
right
trying to
now.
be in the raffle.
Okay, okay. So that will be Michael Car and
Daniel Tinagan wants to be in the raffle too. He owns Bakunawa.
and who's the other one? Michael Buscar and
Michael Buscar, Christian Loretizo,
Christian
Loretizo.
Toretizo.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then
Daniel Tinagan.
Danielle Tinagan.
Yeah, let's put him in.
Danielle Tinagan also wants to be in the raffle.
He gave us the shirts.
Yeah, he gave the shirts, but he would like to be on the raffle. Ah. What are you trying to do, man? You're trying to win your shirt.
He trying to keep his shirt, man.
Yeah. Okay, guys. So we'll do the spin the wheel. Okay. Yep. Yeah, he's here. He's here. Okay, good luck. Last one. Oh, Eileen. Eileen. Eileen Soliva. Congratulations. Congratulations. Wow. Congrats, Eileen.
All right, we got
Wow,
the
wow,
5 shirts
wow.
out. It's perfect. All you guys
We
gotta
got
do is drop by the local shop. Locals, it's called Locals. It's in Iloilo. Bring an ID and just pick up your shirts. I know we have two small sizes, two medium sizes, and one large.
Hmm.
So go grab it. Go grab it. Go
Where's the
grab it.
location again, AA? Can you put it on the chat so they can
It's in Locals. I don't know what it's called. I know it's called Local Shop.
or you can like message us on the Facebook.
Yeah, message us on Facebook.
Yeah, just message us on
And
the Facebook. Kisa, I will let you know, Kisa, ha? Huh? I know you're excited for your shirt, ha? Your your father's shirt, huh? Later.
She's probably gonna keep the shirt for herself for
Yeah,
sure.
she will. Absolutely. I know. Okay, guys. Again, if you haven't subscribed to our channel, please do so. If you like today's episode, please give us a thumbs up, and please do click that notification button for you to be updated with our latest videos. Okay,
And if you didn't like the show, hit the thumbs
you
down
can't.
button.
You can't.
Oh, they can't?
I yeah, they can't. I disabled it. So
They really don't give a fuck. Hit the
so
thumbs up
yeah,
or hit the thumbs
we
down.
don't
Just
care
do
about the
something.
thumbs up and the
Just buy
likes actually. As long as we know that you guys are still supporting us and watching our videos, that would be
Thank you. Thank you for
a
everything.
lot of thank yous.
The likes and the dislikes. All
So
right.
we have to say thank you for our guest for tonight, Danielle.
Beautiful
Thank
guest.
you so much.
Thank you.
And
Thank
thank you
you so
guys
much.
for giving me a
It was
platform to
fun.
Yes.
We all gotta go home to the Philippines soon.
Yeah.
All of
I
us with
know.
Maddie.
Field trip. That'd be really
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
Hope you get
Field
to visit the Philippines again with Matty.
Yeah,
With
that would be
Maddie.
Yeah,
really
Yeah.
swing by Singapore so we can all meet.
Yeah,
That
we
would be
could
Oh my god, I'd love
do
that. That'd be super
Yeah.
do
fun.
Singapore and then probably do
Singapore
Cambodia
and
or
then
Thailand
Cambodia,
and then
Thailand, and
Philippines.
Philippines.
How much time should we put away for this
Like a
trip?
month.
A month.
A month.
You could just you could
That
not like
hella
just
quick.
stay for like one day in the Philippines, right? Or one day in Thailand.
With all that travel, it's like you might as well do it. I mean, I'm trying to set it up for like, I can work from wherever. And it's been working. I mean, I'm able to bop back and forth between Humboldt and LA like very regularly as long as I have Wi-Fi. That's completely fine. So maybe we can do something. I think that would be super cool. That would be super fun. I'd love to meet you. Coots or
Yeah, of
Coots?
course. Swing by Singapore.
Coots?
I'm here in Singapore, so maybe I'll be going back to the Philippines maybe like around mid next year when
Yeah.
AA is coming. When AA is coming as well, so we can like all meet.
Yeah.
If you want, you can take Matty to Philippines. Go with AA. Swing by
Oh, we gotta
Singapore.
take Maddie
We go
for
together.
sure.
We go back together to the Philippines.
Yeah. No, that
Yeah.
sounds like a blast.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I'm gonna manifest that. Wait, so AA, when did you say you're going over there?
Um, Probably next year for sure. Next year,
Okay.
yeah. We'll see. We'll see how this
Surprise.
whole pandemic turns
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
It makes a
Yeah.
huge difference. But start to give me time frames so that I can actually I'd love to really be able to plan a trip and do that.
Yeah. Like AL will tell you,
Yeah.
okay, next week we'll go to the Philippines.
Pack your bags. We're leaving. We're leaving.
Oh, pack your bags, we're leaving. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for always supporting us. Brad, Jaime, thank you so much. Kisa, June, Scotch, thank you so much. Everyone, the Kuring Munding team Kuring Munding, thank you so much for
Hey.
always supporting us. And thank you so much, Danielle, for being our guest for today's episode.
Thank
Okay?
you for waking up really early. Like you woke
Yes,
up at
and thank
4
you
in the
for waking
morning.
up
It's pretty
early.
cool.
I
Really
did.
cool.
Instagrammed me and I was already up. I was like, yeah, guys, thank you
Okay.
so much for having me.
Okay, guys. So thank you so much again.
Bye guys. Mami
Have a
Peace
good
Minda.
out.
one. Don't get COVID.